Stealth investigation. Whoops. Let's try that again. And then... Oh, I can fix it here. Good. Oh. I think the good thing is too that it's not too much of a stretch to play without the full team. You just have the GM just has to know what stuff you don't have and lean.
Besides, it's a sorcerer, so it's okay.
Yeah.
He would murder us all anyway.
Right. And away we go. Hello everyone, I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian. This is the Electric Metropolis video game tour, and today we're playing our first actual episode after our prologue of Swords of the Serpentine, the Sinking City in Sly Traders. Let's reflect on some rumors circulating in tavern halls. The waters of Eversink never rest, nor do the schemers who call its sinking stone home. Following the tense standoff with the bereaved mother Santina, Giovanni has split from the group to chase the rare and sorcerous leads they uncovered. Leaving the muscle and street scouting to his companions, he dives deep into the dust-choked archives of the Ancient Sorority of the Book, hunting for answers about the lost language of Rudatha alongside scholar Paoletta Fiorano. That leaves the boots on the ground. Beneath the gloom of crumbling facades and along murky canals, the physical investigation falls to Sal and Amali, one navigating the dark alleys where secrets are bought and sold, the other keeping steel close, watching for the sudden betrayal everyone in Eversink knows is coming. The sorcerer reads the past, but the streets demand action now, and every clue in the tangle still points toward a single belligerent: the Virtuous organization of Ironmongers. To the city.
Time to go, I guess.
Time to step off, indeed. We got the locations of the guild last time, right? Is it this pin? This one? Or did you put, is it the one where the text is?
The text is labeling the pin, yeah.
Okay. So it's this little pin over here. Okay, well, what else is pinned? We have the tavern. No, actually, this is the tavern. What's this pin here?
Your apartment.
That's my apartment. Okay, this is Amalia's apartment?
Yep.
And this is Giovanni's apartment. Okay. Well, only clue we have, the guild hall. Is it the time of working hours? Like, is the hour appropriate or is it late?
Depends when you met up with Verona, but I presume you didn't meet her super late in the day.
Yeah, obviously.
So, and your walk from the physician over to Santina's house wasn't terribly far, because you're still in the tangle, so you could probably grab a boat or walk across the tangle to get to where you get to the guild hall within daylight, I would say.
Okay. Well, question, Amalia. Would you care very much if we went to speak to the members in the guild during the day? But I think they won't be particularly, perhaps, inclined to share their information with us. Should they not, I humbly ask your permission to perhaps look the other way, or wait for the night and then look the other way whilst I sneak in and get the information for us.
I shrug. I'm not a guardsman, so that's not
Oh, well, thank the gods for that.
my responsibility to stop you.
Right. While we're walking, let's review our notes real quick. Right. So, what exactly happened to the woman's son? She didn't end up telling us. Is that right?
Correct.
Right. And she had a cup of water, if I recall, which was enchanted. Is that correct?
Yes, it was. I don't know exactly how it was enchanted, but it seemed to be corrupted.
I see. How do you think a magical artifact finds itself, or a magical drink, or something magical finds itself on the streets of the Tangle?
I shrugged. That's more our sorcerer's remit than mine, but my guess would be one of two things. Either she's involved with some sort of, let's say, cabal herself, or someone else is that gave it to her for some reason.
I see.
Sure.
Alright, how about this then? A proposal. Since it's still daylight, you head over to the guild hall and see what you can find in the guild hall itself by speaking to them. And I'll hit the streets of the Tangle and see where this potential illicit supply of drugs is coming from.
Sounds like a plan.
Meet back in the tavern in when the sun reaches that part of the sky?
Sure.
Good.
You point to the tall buildings around you and notice you're cloaked in shadow in the deep parts of the Tangle.
Oh.
Unless the sun's directly overhead, you're not seeing it. Or you're standing in a part where you happen to see the sun.
Would we have a watch, or would there be a sundial somewhere?
I believe this is an Age of Sail Renaissance tech, early black powder, so I don't know if watchwear
would be
is
available.
A sundial, maybe, in some like public square.
Or some sort of big clock somewhere, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the sundials would be like the either the big market in the center, the big dock in the Tangle, or outside the old Coliseum.
What people also used to have is they used to have these like big candles with tiers to them. So whenever it reach a tier, that's how many hours it passed.
One thing that's pretty common in Eversink: the bells, the tolling of the bells from the temple market. That's how you know what time of day it is.
Yeah.
Do the bells ring every hour, or?
Yeah, they're loud.
Okay. How about we meet back in the tavern on the second bell?
You mean the 14th bell? I suppose it depends if you do. No, you would do the
No. Two bells from now.
Two bells from now. Okay.
Yeah, 2 bells from now.
Gotcha.
And if you're not back within 2 bells, I'll assume the worst and I'll go looking for you at the guild hall. You do the same to me.
Yes, except I'll look in the Tangle.
Good luck with that. But people around here have my back, at least I hope. Alright, I'll see you in 2 bells then. Good luck.
See you then.
So the question becomes, which do you wish to resolve first, Slinks?
Let's go do the guild hall first. I'm actually curious what she finds there.
Yeah, sure.
So, you enter the grounds of the Virtuous organization of Ironmongers. It is a building of multiple floors, and you can see the old weathered signage outside with a big lump of stylized iron on a bit of wood. There's actually a chunk of iron they hung underneath the sign rather than stylized coloration. There are some guards who do look you over. You look to be someone of no great or low repute, so they don't really seem to look to slow you down. You don't look to be obviously armed beyond a normal. What is the weapon you bear on your hip? Like, I think it's a pretty straightforward weapon. You're not carrying on a pike or anything.
My rapier.
Yeah, you're carrying a rapier. That's not unusual for someone to wear. What kind of armor do you wear? Just leathers?
Chain.
Chain.
Hand-me-down chainmail.
Yeah, so you don't look like a thug. You don't look like you're gonna bust the place up or anything on a quick glance. So yeah, they give you a look, and when you look upon them, you might be able to tell. I'll have to check my notes here real quick. Let me check what you know, what you might see walking by them. Actually, another thing I'll point out: you have the air of a trustworthy person, so you are able to. You don't give off the sense that there's something afoot, so they don't feel a reason to go after you, and you give off a servile air, so you look like you may be coming here to work. Like you don't look like someone who's. I imagine you're not leaning on your command to look like you're going to storm the place. You look like you're just you're just coming in to check on things.
Yeah, basically.
I would say, by your vigilance, you note as you approach them that these fellows bear a mark of a mercenary company. I'm making sure it's the correct one because I don't want to throw you off here because there are multiple in the city, and throwing you off would really be bad. Because it's hard for you to know that you're wrong until I tell you you're wrong. Wait, I'm doing this the hard way. There we go. Yes, these people have the emblem of two crossed golden swords. These are mercenaries of the Golden Raiders guarding this place.
Ironic, isn't
it? Do you just stride through the front door?
Yep.
They give you a look.
There is not to.
They give you a look, and beyond that, you go inside. And you see a rather quiet space of rather straightforward clericalness. You know, lots of little side desks and people scribbling on things. People moving around a little bit. It's not like the height of busyness, but it is a working day. They are doing things. They are a guild, so there are people coming and going, talking about this, that, or the other. No one really takes note of you when you come in. Like, at most, someone might glance your direction to see who's blocking the light from the door, and then noticing you don't work here, or you don't have a guild badge of any kind, they just promptly look back down and continue doing what they're doing. I will note you do see, through your vigilance, you yet again see there's at least one mercenary kind of keeping an eye out on the room. Like, they see you, but again, you don't look threatening, so they just note you're there and then continue looking around.
Yeah.
What do you do, Amelia Dosai?
I will see if there is a desk or reception area.
You look around for a bit, and yeah, you see the one spot that looks like it's supposedly for public facing, even though they seem to be in the midst of scribbling at stuff, like everyone else. But you're able to go, that person looks like they're supposed to. They're not being talked to by everybody else. They look like they're the front desk person. You see stacks of paper and books and all the little accoutrements, but it's facing toward the door rather than aside or away from you.
All right. I will walk up to the desk and introduce myself.
Yes, what? They say, not looking up from their work.
I'm Amalia Dota. I'm working on an investigation on behalf of a client, and I am wondering if I could ask you some questions.
You may ask, I suppose. Go ahead.
It appears that there have been reports of, let's say, drugs and cursed items in the Tangle and other areas, but I was wondering if your team has heard anything of these issues.
They look up at you. And someone kind of comes up to them and they kind of shoo them away. They kind of look at you as well, because it's one of those like, why are you staring at this person? I'm sorry. Am I to believe that you're asking me if we Ironmongers have any knowledge of a drug trade?
Well, more if you have any knowledge of people affected by it.
You can attempt to sway this person. They don't seem particularly interested. They seem a little insulted by your implications, intended or not.
Yeah, I have no sway. I cannot attempt to sway.
Yeah,
them.
you immediately notice that they're not going to answer your question. They look offended.
Yeah, I probably should have sent the other guy in. But you have sway, I don't.
Oh, very true.
Is there any other means you may try to pry a clue out of this place? Because it certainly isn't asking the guy at the desk. He does not seem... He seems irritated you seem to have accidentally offended him without really meaning to, but you get the clear hint of, yeah, you probably shouldn't ask him questions anymore, unless it's plain and obvious information.
Would you mind a little meta interjection, if that's okay?
Hmm?
So, remember how we got this job, right? If I recall correctly, the lady that came and gave us the job said that there have been accidents in buildings and workplaces, and the VOI guild hall is probably the one that's supplying the materials. Perhaps a different line of questioning might be in order.
I mean, I could try my laws and traditions.
You could, ask them about the quality
about...
of the proof of steel that they're supplying, or iron that they're supplying to the construction sites, something along those lines, maybe.
Yeah, and talk about how, if their materials are linked rather to these accidents, that could...
Well, I wouldn't necessarily imply that...
liability to them.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily imply that they might get even more offended, considering they're probably very quote-unquote honest tradesmen, but a subtle nudge in the direction like, yeah, I heard about this building. Did you guys build that one? How come it went down?
Yeah. I should put ranks in intimidation, because this character is definitely getting better at that than...
Yeah, you gotta slam your fist on the table.
But yeah, so can I try laws and traditions to kind of...
You observe the surroundings and with your knowledge of laws and traditions as a sentinel, and you don't notice any flagrant violation of the law in your presence. However, you do understand that even as a common, as a citizen of Eversink, as a potential client, you could try to request for simple information. So, like, public-facing information for investment purposes, what their pricing's like, things like that. You think you could get that information from them? Because it's not them answering questions, it's you saying, hey, I want to see this paperwork and that paperwork. I'll fill out the right form. You know what forms you would need to get that information, and it's not overly onerous for them to give it to you. They could say no, but by tradition, it's not good business to say no to simple information.
Alright.
Just depends what you want to dig into.
Well, among other things, I want to dig into the recent construction projects that had accidents and verify if the iron workers have if they've had, well, I know that they have had, but I'm curious if they will admit to having involvement on those sites, and if they're willing to talk about what might have gone wrong, kind of getting their side of the story on it. It's like, hey, I'm trustworthy. I don't want you guys to get blamed for things that aren't your fault.
That's another way to put it, yeah. You could lean upon your trustworthiness to say, hey, I'm just, I'm not trying to get you in any trouble here. Just, I'm just asking you questions. Yeah, between the two of them, you will be able to get access over the course of a single bell. Various information on that topic. It does take a bit of hand-wringing and a gentle apology or two, and then just asking for the appropriate paperwork. And you're able to get yourself a little visitor's side desk area to kind of look over the notes, of which there are many. How do you intend to look through this information for what you're looking for? How are you hoping to glean your information? By what means?
Let me see. Well, I might study it carefully, looking for any inconsistencies in the record, any names that keep showing up, those sorts of things.
Yeah, you have some sense of felonious intent. You're looking for what doesn't... You know what it's supposed to be, and you also know what it's not... What it really isn't supposed to be at all. There's certain things you are supposed to do. And if you're trying to get away with a crime, well, what part of the paperwork would you leave out? Certain stuff you know you shouldn't, because it would just give up the game and you'd be done. Other stuff you think you can... If someone doesn't know what to look for, yeah, they're going to blow right by it, not realize that they missed anything. You see that there doesn't seem to be... they note that these places are clients, that they supplied the construction efforts in certain places. And according to the records, there are certain amounts paid and due, certain things that were invoices owed. But they don't seem to show any grand fear of investigation. Because it simply shows that they sold iron to such and such person or to such and such building. And you're able to confirm that they did indeed, for the accidents you're aware of, they are... they frequently seem to be selling their iron in Sag Harbor, the Tangle, and the Foreign District. They seem to have a lot of clients in those regards, which, from a felonious intent point of view, if you were going to pull something, you pull it on the poor, not the rich. Because the rich, you need someone in company to cover for you. The poor don't really have anyone on their side, really. aside from slinks who might be hired to do something about it, or certain felonious guilds, shall we say, like mercenary companies, thieves guilds. If you poke them in the nose, they're gonna investigate you back. Like they're gonna get mad. But if it's your average folk, well, tough luck. What are you gonna do? Complain to the watch? They did, and nothing happened. So on its face, nothing screams they did anything wrong, but they are definitely, you're seeing the same thing that Verona Givazzi saw, that there's a suspicious correlation of their iron to places that had construction disasters.
Where are they sourcing their iron? If they're not suspicious, my reasoning is if they're not coming off as suspicious or wary of investigation, is the issue maybe upstream of that?
On paper, it looks like they're sourcing it from a variety of overseas concerns, because iron isn't something that's really made or gathered in Eversink, as you may notice. You see the entirety of Eversink from corner to corner, so they have to buy from elsewhere. Most specifically, they officially state that they source their iron from traders that come as far as the Republic of Kame, the Great Kingdom of Capria, and which is a lot closer, and the Theocracy of Erebos. But felonious intent, they may not list it officially on there, but buying from the Great Kingdom of Capria, the Great Kingdom of Capria is the economic rival of Eversink. They're just across the Bay of Coins from you, and your city alone challenges the whole kingdom economically. So to buy from them iron's kind of odd. You would think they would upsell, but felonious intent, but it says on the paper that's what they do. But felonious intent, that's usually a wink and nod that you're buying from the Pirates of Min. But you would never say that. You would never admit. There's no person in their right mind would admit to buying from the Pirates of Min. So it's sourced from a variety of sources, both good and great, great and small. Like the iron, as long as it's packed properly, it would get to where it's going.
Yeah, it's not like iron is, especially fragile.
And I'll switch over to Squinting Sal as you pour over those notes. No, that's too comfortable. Yeah. Squinting Sal.
Yeah.
You are prowling the tangle of Eversink.
Right.
What are you up to?
I'm thinking to myself, if I were an illicit drug in Eversink, how would I get here? Give me some info first and foremost. Maybe I know some city secrets. How is Eversink with recreational drugs?
As long as it's not sorceress and you pay for it appropriately, then it's anyone's game. Right. Generally, if it's all harm, no good, like it's just straight poison, the church doesn't necessarily frown on it. The guard does, because people start showing up dead from stuff that.
Hang on, why doesn't the church frown upon it?
Because it's commerce. Commerce is commerce, and commerce is virtuous.
And a contract is a contract is a contract, but only between Ferengi.
That sort of idea. But that said, if the watch kicks up a fuss, they go, well, business is business, but the law is the law. So if you get caught, well, that's your own problem.
Okay, and
maybe the goddess will be maybe if you got a good profit out of it, maybe the goddess will give you a break. that sort of thing.
And if I was an illicit drug coming into Eversink, would I stop off at the Tangles Harbor, or would I go to Sag Harbor to be unloaded?
Sag Harbor, depending on how potent the drug, you could get it if you're not too scary. A drug, like you're just kind of frowned upon. You wouldn't want to brag to your friends in Alderhall where you bought it. You'd go to the Tangle. Like you could bring. You actually rather better to say you could bring your noble friend from the Alderhall and slum down at the Tangle and buy a bit of snuff and go about your day. You wouldn't want to brag about it, but you could do it. You could just go up to a store and buy it. If you wanted to get the scary stuff, you have to go to Sag Harbor at night. If you want the really sorcerous stuff, you need to know how to get to the underground flooded areas of Sag Harbor and find the real black market. The Sag Harbor's night market on the surface is for outsiders. Outsiders of Sag Harbor, to put it that way, not the rich folk. Yeah. But if you're of low repute and you know the right people, you can get what you need or what you want.
Tell me,
whether or not the church likes it.
Yeah, I get that much. Yeah, okay. Tell me, what the woman had yesterday. Last time we were playing. Would that be considered a light drug, or considering that our sorcerer saw something within a sorcerer's drug?
It's sorceress for sure. It's 100% illegal.
Okay.
The church inquisitors would want to have a work through. If you outed her to the inquisitors, she'd be in the temple before nightfall.
Okay, so somebody got a very illicit drug to this lady on the streets of the Tangle. Drugs that don't normally show up outside of the underground Sag Harbor areas. So, I'll hit the streets of the Tangle, specifically around the neighborhood of the lady that we visited last time, and I'll see if she had any callers, any visitors.
I'm wondering if, and it may land within, this isn't a city secret, ridiculous luck could kick in, but I don't think you need that kind of luck for it to kick in. Besides, luck can go
I'm being specific in order for it to hopefully not have to kick in, right?
Yeah, exactly. Under a bit of scurrilous rumors, you are able to determine that no, Santina's seen, like her neighbors and stuff. She's seen family come by, the occasional gentleman suitor who may try to comfort her in her time of grief, sort of thing, and lady suitor for that matter. Some for more noble purposes than others. Some people like to take advantage of people in these situations, but no one that stands out to you as someone who is someone who seems sorceress. Or someone who, but that is to say, of course, that whether or not these people trade in sorcerer stuff, you'd have to chase down to a degree. But you're not seeing any like of the known cabal types or guildy type, thief guild types, anything like that. Just regular folk, just the common folk visit her, but not no one outside of that faction.
Counter question: I know that nosy old lady from across the street constantly watches her door ever since her boy got killed. Did she have any mail delivered?
You could spend a point of scurrilous rumors to have that occur.
How about skullduggery? Or well, actually, that would be scurrilous rumors. You're right.
Yeah.
Yes, let's go. I'll spend a point.
Okay. So, you recall that and go, wait a minute, I'm asking around. I know the lady across the street's a nosy busybody who'll be watching her mail because it's a thing to do.
Okay, I mean, have you ever been in a sort of neighborhood like this? I have. People are really nosy.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I've been that nosy person once or twice, but I won't go into the details of that. Yeah, she's received mail. I mean, everyone receives a little bit of mail. I mean, there's your city mail, there's the church pamphlets, marketing pamphlets.
But specifically, has she gotten any packages?
She's gotten a somewhat well-to-do letter. That seems beyond her station. It's not like the common it's not the common mail you would see. The nosy neighbor kind of points out that it's a bit of it's that sort of fancy paper, like the kind the Iron Cross folk get for birthday parties, that sort of thing. So maybe she knows somebody, or maybe she's marrying up, to kind of get into that direction of conversation. But it highlights that Santina has gotten mail from someone out above her in social standing.
Interesting. Okay. When was this? Does she know?
Recently is the most she would be able to tell you.
Right, so maybe there's still a chance that it's somewhere. I would go into her garbage and try and see if she's thrown away the envelope somewhere.
I feel that a bit of the fact you have skullduggery means you're able to dig through it. Is there a reason she might not see you? I would normally have her roll against you here, because she might notice someone's digging through her trash.
But she's high as a kite.
That aside, you have positive influence with commoners, so she's not suspicious of you. Like, if you're digging through it, she doesn't think you're trying to steal something, you're trying to do something scary. You might be grabbing a bite to eat or a spare fork. Like, who knows what you're up to? It's like, you know what? Sure. If people start digging through each other's stuff and we're both of the same class, you know what? How about I keep my nose out of it? How about that?
Yeah, maybe I've fallen on hard times. What does she know?
Yeah. Like, you look good now, but he's like, yeah, that's not normal. Like, I happen to look good now because of a big score I did recently, but no, I don't always look like that. You do dig through her trash, and you, through care and consideration, are able to purloin a crumpled up bit of paper.
Interesting. I shall open the crumpled up bit of paper.
It is just then that members of the watch, suspiciously coming round the corner right at you.
Are they? Okay. Look left, look right. Any avenues of escape?
Well, there's the way they came, you could theoretically try to blow through them, or there is the opposite way you're coming. Like the other end of the alley.
Am I in their side of vision currently?
Yeah. Like, they turned the corner and you looked over, and I don't think you have any sense of vigilance, so you didn't get a heads up they were coming around the corner.
Well, okay. I'll try and find the nearest crowd, if possible. I know. I would like to spend... How much wealth do we have?
You have no coin currently, you just have your flat wealth.
Oh, okay, so I don't have any, coins on me. Damn. I was going to do that old Assassin's Creed trick, sadly.
Funny enough, you could that would give you, if you had coin, you could use that to give you a bonus. Yeah.
No, I'll see if I can round a nearby corner and find another dumpster and try and bury myself under the trash.
We'll call that stealth opposed.
Actually, let's try it out now. How does Where'd She Go work?
Funny thing. We can look it up together because it says in the thing. General abilities, burglary, sorcery, stealth. Stealth. Where'd she go? If you succeed at the test, you disappear and reappear later in a physically accessible location at a convenient time during the scene. So you can slide behind a pillar mid-combat and appear behind them. You poof. You don't your character, not only would they disappear into the trash, but if the camera panned around and watched them go away and came back, you pop out somewhere else. It's like, what? How did they do that? It's like, or they may even go up to the trash can and stab at a bunch, thinking they're being smart. It's like, but you failed the check, so they stab, but you're not there.
Very good. Okay, let's see if we can do that. Let's see if we can dumpster dive a little bit and put the letter inside of my armor pocket and hop inside the dumpster.
All right. It's an opposed roll. I'm gonna check if you roll first or they roll first. I don't know who sets. Oh wait, you're the one trying to be. You're the one trying to evade them. You start. So you have to. On a contest, there's a base difficulty to do what you're doing. And then as long as you hit that, the better you roll, the higher their difficulty is. I will say unto you that diving to a dumpster can and breaking line of sight to lose them. You have the upside of the fact that this is the tangle, and so you ducking around a corner, finding somewhere to hide, isn't the most unusual thing in the world. That said, they did see you, and it looked like they were purposely trying to surprise you. Like the watch must have spotted you, and then decided to get some buddies to go have a word with you and give probably over some BS reason, like your shoes are the wrong color or something. Like they are obviously coming here to cause trouble, so they are looking for you in particular. They might even care that you found a letter. They may just care that you have a face they don't like.
Right. Okay. Cool. So difficulty for this, would you say, would be relatively easy?
I told you what I told you.
You told me what you told me. Okay, I'll go spend 1 point in this. So my current will be 7 instead of 8. So how do I do this? On the macro options, I put in modifier 1. Is that it?
Yep. Because that's how many you're spending. Yep.
There's a 4. Good roll.
You duck in some. You turn a corner. You duck into some trash, into a dumpster. They, as you dart away, their footfalls get a little louder behind you. You have seconds to get in. You duck inside. And
Nice.
They go right on by. Your difficulty was 4. There was a reason to make it harder and a reason to make it easier. You got quite lucky there. You get the feeling that you get the feeling the guards is looking around for you for some reason, but for now they've lost you.
Right, yeah, I'll do that, cartoonish bit where my head peeks out of the dumpster, looks left, looks right, and I'll take my little stuffed teddy bear and say, "We got him this time, didn't we?" And I'll jump out of the dumpster and brush myself off as much as I can. Maybe go to like a nearby horse trough or just a water source and like kind of wash up.
And you hear 2 bells have gone by the time you're done washing up.
Rushing back to the tavern.
Dosai and Sal arrive at the Drunken Physician.
Yep.
Alright, yeah. Sal will sit down at the table. Nothing to order this time. Or
How come you're damp?
What was that, sir?
How come you're damp?
Oh. Don't ask.
Fair enough.
In any case, did you find anything?
I found that the guild seems to be sourcing some of its iron from the pirates.
No kidding. Not perhaps the highest quality of iron. Do you think they've been cheaping out in order to turn a quick buck?
Likely.
Well,
Otherwise,
it
may
could
have
prove
annoyed
to...
their receptionist.
Right. It could prove to a larger conspiracy, but frankly, if all they wanted to do was save a few gold pieces on iron, I think they could have gone around different ways to do it. Trading with the pirates it's not exactly above the law, is it?
Well, they didn't exactly say it in so many words, but if you read between the lines and you're used to reading such records, you know what they meant by it.
Well, that's a potential lead, I suppose. We could see where the pirates dock, if they dock in town anyway, and see if we can question them about where they procure their iron. Maybe a lead worth following up, I'm not sure. But I managed to find something. Remember the lady we saw just a couple of hours ago, high as a kite, off of magical water?
Yes.
Well, the nosy neighbor across the street from her saw that she received a very fancy-looking letter from way above her station. As I might have suspected, somebody probably delivered these drugs to her, or got her involved with someone that got her these drugs. This, if my intuition is correct, is not something that you could essentially find on the streets of the Tangle. Very dangerous stuff. But I had to run away really quickly because the town guards started coming in, being all nosy. Anyway, I'll pull the letter out of my armor and place it down on the table. Let's have a read, see what it says.
Yes. Agreed. I will peruse it.
To you who are most bereaved, I implore you to seek out love and endurance hidden in the darkness that surrounds your sorrow. In thy need, you shall find peace in my house. But know it cannot be eternal, for peace comes from within and not without. May the waters cleanse thy soul. Dash. It is signed. I have to remember who signs it though. S.A.
S.A. Does it have a return to sender address or any address noted down?
By ridiculous luck, it shows that it wasn't given an address by the sender, but the post office service, for like, record keeping reasons, puts little stamps on the mail sometimes, especially if it's really important. This one had the stamp that it passed out. It came out of the one of the post offices in Alderhall, before it was taken to a post office in the Tangle and then hand delivered to Santina's residence.
Goodness me, Alderhall. You see this? I'll point it out to Amalia. That's strange. What does she have receiving mail? Yeah, what does she have receiving mail from Alderhall? A commoner in the Tangle.
A direct one at that. It didn't go through Iron Cross, Temple Market, Tangle. They hired a boat to cross the water.
And furthermore, it's directly addressed to her. Is that right?
It is to you who are most bereaved.
Ah, okay. How about that? I'm thinking the following. You see if we're on the same page. The Guildhall supplies whoever constructs these buildings with sub-quality iron. The construction company, or whoever constructs these buildings, probably tries to save on more materials here and there, making the buildings themselves of lesser quality. Buildings of lesser quality have a tendency to poof. And perhaps, I've heard of these before, the politicians at Alderhall insure their buildings against such accidents. And then when such an accident tragically occurs, they collect all the money. Am I making sense so far?
Yes.
Although
and they drug the bereaved insensate so that they do not have the energy to raise a hue and cry about it.
I will highlight, because you both have reasons to know this. If you're worried, if you're thinking politicians, you're thinking Ironcross. Alderhall is the home of the ancient nobility. There are some mercantile that have managed through a lot of money and intrigue to finally buy one of those old homes, but it is primarily nobility.
Any investors among the nobility? Because maybe nobility's got so much money they don't know what to do with it. So,
There is a mix of nobles who are the rich poor, if you know what I mean. Has a nice house, has lots of stuff in it, but can't afford to buy a loaf of bread out of season, you know what I mean? Others have money and have quite a bit of power and might directly invest, but generically speaking, they would invest in a mercantile or a guild.
I see.
So if they were investing in a building, they'd want to invest with the architectural, I forget what they're called. They're actually their own faction, they're so big. The Architecture and Works faction, I believe is what they're called.
I see, okay.
Because they're the ones that build stuff.
So maybe it's not an individual from Alderhall itself. What if it's the guild? Trying to get a claim on insurance.
Guild of Architects, that's what it is, my bad.
Yeah. What if it's one of the guilds trying to get a claim on insurance from the building collapsing? And furthermore, like you said yourself, they're sending very powerful troops to the bereaved in order for them not to fight back.
See?
Makes sense, doesn't it?
It does to me. I mean, we just need to find evidence to either prove or disprove it.
When you were in the guild hall, did you perhaps get a glance at who their contractors or subcontractors were?
That wasn't what I was looking for at the time. I was more looking into where they were sourcing their iron and if there were certain common people involved. I wasn't directly looking at the contractors.
I see. How about this? How about we split off again? You take this letter to Alderhall. Maybe you'll have more luck there, considering I'll look you up and down. Your status? I don't know. You look a hell of a lot more noble than me. They might kick me out just because I smell too much. And I'll head back to the guild hall. I'll head back to the guild hall and see where I can stick my fingers in their pie, if you know what I mean.
Of course, and if anyone asks if anyone asks me about you, I will deny.
Deny. Exactly. I do not exist. Deny. Speaking of, once you're finished, once I'm finished as well, do you mind reconvening at your house?
I do not mind.
Alright. No time limit, I suppose, but I suspect if you don't see me by morning, do get alarmed.
Okay.
Oh, and last words of advice. I'm sure you know this, but those pricks up at Alderhall, they're not perhaps the most friendliest of the bunch. Put on your best airs. Pretend like you're one of them. Or an up-and-coming rich person. Maybe they like you more.
I don't know that that's in my skill set, but
Well, I mean, look at you. You dress for the part, mostly.
Squinting Sal said, lying to your face, because you do not give the sense of ability at all.
No, but up-and-coming nobility, perhaps. Maybe she's nouveau riche, you don't know.
I do know.
I don't. That's the point.
That's true. Yeah, just alerting Amelia to how incorrect he is.
Compared to me, she's nouveau riche. Rich.
I mean, if I have 5 cents and you have a penny, I guess I am richer than you. Yes.
Very true. Still, if you could track down where this was sent from, or who this was sent by, make up some bollocks excuse about, repaying a favor, or you've got friends in the watch, right?
I
Maybe
do.
you can pull some strings.
See? I'll see what we can do. And otherwise, I think I think it would be more sensible when I go over if I am respectful to the nobility, since
Very true. I'm not the most respectful. I think my presence just offends them on a very basic, natural level.
understandable.
Ha ha! Ha ha!
I don't mean it that way.
Don't worry, I know. Trust me, I've had to hide from the guards just now by diving into her dumpster. I know I'm not the most pleasant to look at or smell.
You got that right! Ha 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 ha! So some random.
Oh, shut up, you!
You shut up!
Ask your wife where she was last Thursday.
What was that? What were you saying? What was that? Wanna say that again,
anyway,
smelly face?
Anyway, Amalia, I'll be going now. You have fun.
You're gonna need to roll sway to keep that person from coming over and bopping you one. You didn't provoke the guy.
Can I stealth my way out?
Athletics if you're just gonna bolt for it. Because he sees you, you're right there.
Yeah.
He's about to come over and hit you. So either I would say you wouldn't be able to... sorry. You could stealth, it'd be quite difficult. It'd be far easier to run or convince him. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I'll bolt out of there while laughing maniacally. Here, I'll spend a point. Here's a 4.
There's a 4.
No!
Come on, smart guy! You see this big dude kind of with a big anchor on one arm and a twist of some herb on the other. Big old teeth, bald head, just grinning ear to ear, kind of flexing one fist into the other. Come on, say it again to my face.
Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you, pal. You hit me, you're gonna be facing not just me, but most of the people here in this pub, you see.
Yeah, take it outside. Yeah, I bet in the big guy. On the plus side, it looks like the commoners are unwilling to rat you out if you get into a fight. Downside, this is fun. So...
We could take it outside if you want. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, let's go. Come on.
As he's going out the door, as he's about to step through the boundary of the door, I'd like to plant my foot in front of him to try and make him trip himself up, and then bolt for it again.
Let's try this to be a bit of warfare. You're trying to get an extra trip and give yourself an extra chance to bolt away.
Sure, okay.
You're trying to trip the guy.
I will spend 2 points. Oh, for shame. Is there any way that I can re-roll?
Not as I recall. Either you do it or you don't.
Blast it all.
Be a good bit of music for someone trying to beat you up. All my music's like super high energy. It's not really what this... I guess I could. Yeah, let's go with my classic. Why not? Go with the classic. Oh, too loud. Quieter. There we go. You have engaged in combat. As you try to trip him, and he noticed. So You're gonna end up fighting at the doorway.
Cool. All right,
crap.
let's do that. I'll spend one of these refresh tokens to refresh my warfare ability.
Oops, you're probably like over here. You're probably over here. Probably over here. And we're gonna do a quick, dirty building. Let's say it's about that. There's the street. Which should recolor to black. It's outside. Opposing buildings. Opposing building. So we'll color these in real quick. These are other buildings. Not really only part of this. And we'll say there is a bit of water. Oh, color. Colored in. We'll say there's a bit of water. Right about there. Close. Turn this back to black. More road going this way. That way. That way. And that way. So this should, I do have it scaled so it should show the, actual distances. That does matter for range of attacks and such like that. So, this is the inner building. There are a bunch of other people around. If I can copy pasta. Yeah, there are other people around, but they're not joining him in the fight because they like you. But you know, they think this is fun. And Dosai, you were kind of like sitting down, kind of relaxing for a bit, and then this slowly was escalating until all of a sudden it flew off. I'm going to say this guy is going to start the fight because you try to trip him and he gets mad. He's just going to deck you right there and then. He's like, nope, you're fighting now. So he's like, okay, I'm just going to hit you now. Forget this. Combat. Rules. Allegiances. Combat, thank you. He's basically point blank range with you because you needed to be point blank to trip him.
Keep in mind, I spent one of those refresh tokens to refresh my warfare score by one.
Yep. That goes away. If this was at a tabletop, you'd grab it out of a bowl or something. There'd be like little tokens you'd throw into a bowl.
Yeah. I figured they mentioned bowls, yeah.
So... if they were doing a range attack, that'd be an extra difficulty because they're like knife range, punching range, like they're right in your face. They don't really want. So we know the range of everyone. Dosai, you are about 6 or almost 7 meters away. You're within close range of this fight. So, you could use a weapon and get involved, if you wanted. If you wanted to punch, you are close enough you could say something or shout into the fight and they could both hear you fine. You could throw something if you wanted to. So you're at that range. You're at the, I can kind of influence people, but if they want to punch me, they have to he has to get into point blank to get to you. And I will note, if you had a weapon, like a range weapon of some kind, and you were like locked and loaded, if someone closes from close range to point blank range, it is presumed that person gets a shot off as you approach them. So gotcha. The game suggests, like, hey, by the way, maybe you don't want to charge a group of people with a bunch of people with crossbows, because they'll all just shoot you and watch you fall over. So we know the range. The first person to act is him. The next initiative, he has to choose who's acting next after he does, and then whoever that person that person does their thing, then they choose who goes after them. Neither side is surprised, so now we determine the attack, because he wants to punch you in the face. It's a pretty straightforward thing. He's close enough to hit you. He wants to punch you. He's not going to spend a bunch of points. He's not. He doesn't think it's that big a deal yet. He knows a little bit of warfare, but, he's just going to bop you in the face. So we want to determine your health threshold, which your health threshold, I think it says on your sheet, because it's not terribly high.
It should. Your health threshold is 3.
So he has to get 3 or higher to hurt you. If he gets below that, he even if he did hit you, he didn't hit you effectively. You're not taking any damage from it.
Cool.
I believe I just rolled d6 and try to baff you. Triple checking. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. It sounds like every other roll you do. He's not using sorcery. He's not trying to sway you. He's just trying to punch you in the schnoz. He could spend
with a warfare roll or with a warfare roll or just plain d6.
Warfare. You could spend warfare points to hit, because warfare is any sort of fighting.
Yeah.
Anything to do with fighting with people. Yeah. He's gonna roll d6. He's not spending any warfare, because at this point he doesn't think he needs to. 5. He does hit you in the face. He does not hit critical, because he has to get 5 more than what you have. He's not being helped by anybody, so there's no teamwork happening. But he's just using his fists, so it's not any extra damage for that. So he does 1d6 damage. 2 damage. Baff! Right in the face.
Which brings me to 6 out of 8. Okay.
6 out of 8, which you aren't in any penalties yet. That's good. No health test because you're plenty healthy. You got baffed in the face like, bump, ow, fuck, that hurt. You hit me.
Yeah, it's like, well, I'm holding my nose that's like bleeding. It's like, ow.
He's going to pick Dosai. What are you going to do over there?
Oh, don't get involved. We don't need you getting involved.
What I think I will do is put myself between the fight and the rest of the tavern so that it doesn't destroy this poor person's tavern.
Let's call that a simple warfare test of getting yourself in the right position so you're minimizing damage to your haunt. Yeah. That's not a bad thing to do.
I don't think I'm going to spend a point on this just because there are more important things to spend points on.
Yeah. You're able to You're kind of able to move around, like move chairs and tables out of the way and kind of shoo people back.
Yeah.
I mean, point at someone like, hey, could you grab that real quick? Yeah. You have no other choice but Sal, so Sal goes next.
Yeah, I'll try. I won't baff him, but I'll try and maneuver him out of here. So grab him by the shirt, trip him over my leg again, and get him out the door.
Okay, so I will note this won't do damage to him, but it will force him to move outside. If you succeed.
Well, can I trip him up so it does damage while he falls down?
You're either damaging somebody or you're maneuvering somebody.
Right, okay, let's damage him then. I'll see if I can deliver a swift kick to his shin.
I'm sorry. Hold on. I might be wrong. Drag or restrain a foe with sorcery or warfare attack. They take health damage or you control... they take health damage or you control their movement. Yeah, it's either or. Yeah. Trip is the same idea. They take health damage or... you can't say, I am trying... as I knock him over, it's like, what do you care more about? Him taking damage or him being knocked outside?
Right. I will, in this case, deliver a swift kick to the shin.
Okay.
I will spend 1 point on the warfare.
Okay.
4.
Baff.
Huh?
You kick him in the shin, and he crumples and he rolls around on the floor. Ow, damn it, ow,
I'll look around to Dosi while getting my bloody nose under control. It's like, really? That was all?
As you've discovered, you were just fighting a mook, an unnamed random person who decided to fight you. Their health is 1. Do any damage and they go down.
In that case, I'll turn to the rest of the crowd. To the victor go the spoils, and I'll take his coin purse.
You rob the man of 1 coin worth.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Because, he's just a commoner like you, so.
So my current wealth is 1.
Your wealth is still your wealth. You have your wealth plus 1 coin. I see what you're saying. Yes, your current wealth would be 1. You're correct, yes.
Cool. And I'll take a handkerchief or something, like a dirty old handkerchief from my jacket and stuff it up the nostril that's bleeding and just kind of wave to Amalia and head out.
I will kind of shake my head.
Dosai, you gain 1 favor with commoners, as you made it your mission to make sure that fight did not turn into a brawl that damaged other stuff. You showed you cared.
Okay.
So it's not an allegiance, but it is a favor that you could call on commoners later, because they're going to remember. People are going to talk about that you did that. There's no grudge heading your way, Sal, because really, you both just started. You didn't kill him. You weren't trying to beat him up. You weren't trying to embarrass him. You were trying to get this to stop. It turned into a fight. You knocked him down. You robbed him.
Part and parcel of living in the tangle. Get used to it.
There were a lot of witnesses. Normally, I'd grudge you with the City Watch, but as we've established, the commoners aren't going to rat you out. They just watched a good fight. If anything, a couple people made some coin off that. That little exchange.
Besides, the City Watch already has it in for me. What more could they need?
Gaining grudges is bad because usually, that group of guys who hunted you down, I can only do something like that generally, or it's not me, but the faction can do things to mess with you once, or they can help you once, an adventure, like a real big help. But if they have grudges, they can spend those as well.
I see.
And you can have grudges and favors with people who you don't have allegiance to. It's just that it's easier to get grudges and favors with people you already owe allegiance to.
Off to the guild hall for myself.
Up to the guild hall with you, and Amelia Dosai, you're off to Alder Hall?
Yes.
By foot or by boat?
By boat.
Oh,
I don't really want to trek over that much.
Well, you don't want to walk the whole way there?
Just because I could walk all the way there doesn't mean that I should.
So there are a handful of places you think you could dock at Alder Hall that isn't just someone's private dock. Because a lot of these houses have their own docks where servants and stuff come and go, or deliveries. But there isn't like a central... Wow, my hair is in my face. Try again. There we go. There isn't... as you can see on the map, they don't have a central dock for like the whole district. Unlike, say, the Tangle or the big... I clicked on something you can't see. Like, there's this big harbor for the Tangle. This big one between Iron Cross and Temple Market. Harbor Approach. Their docks. There's little docks you can go like wherever on the Foreign District. But Alder Hall, there's not really a central dock. But you could theoretically try to go to the Alder Hall City Watch dock, the Karuba's Casino. You could try to dock next to the Glass Garden, but you're gonna be pulling up in a gondola in the nice part of town where all the fancy people go to see a garden and have nice drinks and chuckle over things.
Yeah.
There is the lighthouse all the way at the tip, way out there, but you'd be docking at the lighthouse and have to somehow get over to the mainland.
Yeah. I think I'll dock somewhere like reasonably out of the way of the super hoity-toities.
So Iron Cross.
Yeah.
Like boat for some of it and then walk the rest of it, basically.
Basically, yeah.
So,
Yeah, because I don't want to attract too much attention.
So you travel by gondola all the way to the main harbor in Iron Cross. You live a comfortable lifestyle, so this isn't ridiculous. You could do this. Then you hoof your way across Iron Cross. We'll get back to you in a moment.
Please continue on. I need to be right back 1 second.
Well, Sal dies.
No!
From the fumes coming off of the building. No. Yes. So, Dosai, you are able to walk your way across Iron Cross. And that's still too nice for where you are. You're not inside yet. No, that's the scary music, right. So, for now, just regular town music. You'll be approaching. There are two main bridges that get you across from Iron Cross to Alderhall. They are guarded. I take that back. There's three bridges. That's not what I was going for. Stop. There is North Bridge, South Bridge, and Lower Bridge. North Bridge and South Bridge are the main ways to get to and from from Iron Cross to Alderhall. Lower Bridge is really meant for servants and moving stuff. It's not really a place people cross. People do it, but it's guarded, but for a different reason. Yeah. If you were a person who had like legitimate business in Alderhall, that'd be like going into a hotel by the service elevator. You could do it. It'd be weird as hell if you tried, if you didn't have a reason to use it.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I think I'd take the one that's like for normal business, I suppose.
So North Bridge gets you closer to the City Watch area. South Bridge gets you to where the gardens are.
I'll go North Bridge because I want to see if my friends in the guard can help us with this. Since we were, planning to ask them about stuff.
Leaving the Iron Cross side of the bridge is of no consequence. There are guards on your side, but they're City Watch. They're more there to make sure someone isn't fleeing from Alderhall and them crying thief, thief. It's like, oh yeah, we're not stupid. No, we're grabbing you. But these guys don't stop you at all because you're leaving Iron Cross. That's not their business. Getting to the other side of the bridge, it is guarded by rather well-to-do, well-dressed, shining armored guards who cross their pole arms to block your path. What's your business?
I'm here to visit the watch dispatch and also pursue an investigation I've been contracted to do.
Well, why should we let you pass? Through what means are you trying to get by these people? Because you certainly aren't going to sway them.
Yeah.
But perhaps there's some ability you have that helps you get by them.
I need to look up the definition of one of the things. One moment.
Certainly. This is a moment where I could prompt, but to a certain degree, it helps for players to choose how they get past a problem.
Yes.
If it was something that's plain and obvious, like, oh, obviously you do this, and I'd move you on. But it's like, there's different ways you could solve this problem, some more pleasant than others.
I think I'll go with trustworthy. I'm not really, I don't have an unsavory manner.
So you're going oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, basically just trying to seem what you see is what you get. Like, yeah, I'm just here on business type of thing.
You're able to, they ask you, you're just heading straight to the watch house?
Yes.
All right, cause no trouble.
I don't intend to.
And you're able to enter. Now I can put this on. Into. Actually, nah, it's still Rivertown. It's still Eversink. Why am I being so nice? It isn't fresh air. It's still Rivertown. Yeah, you're able to pass down, and you go from pretty sturdy, well-built buildings of Iron Cross, these statures of influence and power of the Triskadine, various mercantile, and so forth. And then you pass the bridge and see to your immediate left the compound of the Alderhall City Watch, which is the nicest, most well-appointed, and well-equipped watch in the entire city. It's almost like the nobles of Alderhall make sure they're well-funded at all times and demand it to be well-funded. Never mind the fact that some noble houses have their own household guards. But, and heck, the people you walk by, those were watch. Now that you think about it, it's like, wait, they look really nice for watch. But they are subsidized by some noble or another, most likely, because that's how it works around here. The rest of the area, the houses look quite nice. There are multiple stories. Every so often you'll see a beautiful building with great, vines crawling off of it. Some finely dressed lady or gentlefolk kind of up there sipping at something or laughing or tittering over this or that and giving a look down. And, you're not of low repute, but you're not high repute. You're not one of them. Or if you are, you're on bad times. So, they're not calling the guard to chase you out. I.e., cough, cough. If you had lower repute, you'd be in trouble. But for now, you are presentable for company. Some buildings look pretty ratty buildings. Some look 2 stories, which this is, as time goes on, as years goes on, you, as a rich person, you would build another story so your house doesn't go away, because the house stays there. The house is yours so long as you keep maintaining it. But if it goes under, you let it go underwater, if someone built something there, that ain't yours anymore. So there's a quick saying in laws and traditions that the status of a noble house by how many floors they have. And some floors count as high as 5 or 6, like towers. Those people are doing amazing. That's uncommon. Most people have somewhere between 2 or 3, maybe 4. If you're at 2, though, you're in a bad way, because you're only a few years away from having a terrible day. But you don't have to go very far. You don't have to wander around and try to avoid house guards. You're able to get straight to the watch hall. And there you find a busy, busy place. People moving about in finery and armor. People taking reports from well-appointed scribes and scholars. People in a very professional setting, very intently taking things down. You think you see one guy off in the corner doing a hand sketch of a suspect with a professional artist helping them because they can afford that. And before too long, "Yes, you there? Can I help you?" says a nice little watch person sitting behind a desk.
Yes. I'm investigating something and wondering if I can talk to folks here to see if they've encountered the similar as well.
Oh, who are you hoping to talk to today?
Given that I've got allies in the guard, would I know somebody who's posted here?
Yeah, you've probably heard of someone who works here. May even know them,
I'll name
surprisingly.
that person.
You give it a think, trying to think of who's the person who got transferred here, and like they were the kind of person who just. It's the sort of thing you wouldn't shut up about because like it's a huge promotion. It's it's a really good job as long as you play the game. As long as you don't tick off anyone important, you're probably never getting fired. But then again, if you do screw up, you've probably made an enemy in the nobility. So high stakes, high rewards, but high risks. You name one Zoya Ungaro, who I should pull up briefly. And, you know, you have friends in the watch, so you're able to at least get a sit down with the lady. Oops, wrong things. Pardon me a moment while I pick out a token that makes any sense. There we go. Boop. In her fine office with a nice little view of the water, looking out to the north, you see Zoya Ungaro with a bit of finery, a tabard, a stretch of silk across her armor, and her helmet kind of situated on her desk. And she comes around to clasp your arm. Amelia Dosai, as I live and breathe, it is a wonder to see you this far north. Finally got a job up here? Or are you just coming to say hello?
Here on business, I'm afraid.
Oh?
Have you heard of the accidents occurring elsewhere in the city?
Oh, you'll have to narrow it down for me, Miss Dosai. Lots of bad things happen in Eversink, especially in the terrible parts of town.
The building collapses.
Building collapses. Any particular part of town, or?
I will list off the ones that we've heard about.
Sag Harbor, the Tangle, Foreign District. Actually, specifically the Tangle and the Foreign District. Things falling apart in Sag Harbor is of no shock to anybody. That happens normally. That. Yeah, I've heard about that. Terrible shame.
Have you heard of any similar instances of shoddy construction around here? I doubt it, but it's worth asking.
Well, not to be rude, but I'm not entirely sure what I should tell you. I mean, I don't see what's in it for me. I'm interfering in someone else's business if I'm telling you things.
I'm sure whoever... I can't say too much without damaging the integrity of the investigation, but let's say that I'm pretty sure that whomever whomever helps resolve this will make a big name for themselves in the watch. I'm going to be relying on the fact that I'm trustworthy.
Well,
I wouldn't lie to you.
oh, I know, but what I can say off the top is I have heard of it. I have, and I've heard people aren't looking too hard down there, though some people do want to. They just aren't stationed in the Tangle or the Foreign District, so we don't get to look. I frankly am too busy to, as much as I may be curious, but there are those in the Cross and Markets that want to poke around, but not our stomping ground. That said, I might be able to look into some of the reports. If you could get me a fine bottle of Irilev whiskey.
How much does that normally cost, Jim?
That costs a couple coin. It's not cheap. It's from far away. But I say that to you. However, you do have the skill of preparedness. You might have already, knowing you were going to meet her, you might have thought ahead and went, I'm going to go grab that real quick. I'm going to grab the one sitting in my house. I'm going to grab one at a gift shop or something like that. You know she's going to ask you for that. That would be typically a difficulty of 4, is what it says in preparedness. If it's like super rare or hard to get, I would mark it up. But she's asking for something that costs a bit of coin. Like, you would have needed to set aside some money in advance and grab it, or you would have had to get it. You'd have to shop around a little bit. But you could be prepared enough to have had it on you. Like, you knew she was going to do this. Or it'd be coin, or you'd leave and have to spend at least 2 coin to go buy it somewhere in Alder Hall or in Ironcross.
Yeah, I think I will spend to have it.
Oh, it's a roll. It's a preparedness roll.
Oh, sorry.
That's it.
What? How
Sorry, say again?
how difficult of a preparedness?
Generally, it's 4. If it's harder, I'd highlight it. If it's easier, I'd highlight it.
Okay. Checking something.
You're checking on flashback, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that flashback preparedness is, oh, I happen to have that on me, or I already thought I needed this, so I grabbed it. Flashback is, before I even got here, something was happened, or a certain, if you needed to jump out a window and fall into a escape gondola, you'd go flashback. That's what I did.
Yeah. I think I'll just do a roll. I don't think it's worth using flashback on.
How many points are you spending, if any?
I'll spend 1. I want to do this, but I can always go back and get it and then come back here if needed.
1 hopes. It's buyable. It's something you can find in a store, And yeah, you kind of guessed already ahead of time that she would want that, and you're able to produce it. Well, funny prepared Miss Dulce. I guess.
What a roll.
I guess I could say that I might have done some poking around before. She goes over, starts grabbing some booklets from the wall and starts opening them up. And, well, I happen to poke around and find that the people were one of the guilds responsible for some of the key building materials. Have gotten some fair amount of trade and monies in the direction outside of Eversink. I'd wager some mercantile or investing in the Grand Kingdom's little expedition across the Serpentine. Which isn't in and of itself illegal, but if you wanted to help fund such a thing, you would need a fair amount of coin to make it a worthy investment to beat out local competitors. Were I down there, I'd be looking into that direction, but I'm not. And I didn't look into this, I just happened to be talking to myself because I'm enjoying my nice little drink here. She pops the bottle on cue.
That does help. It reinforces the direction we were already interested in investigating. Let's say.
Ah, what a fine drink this is. Smoky. Full-bodied. She sips at it and pretending you're not there. As she leaves some materials on the desk.
I will take a look at the things that she has on the desk. Assuming she does not object to it.
And yeah, you're able to look and see that there is a lot of money moving around because there's tax stamps and contracts that usually get moved around that the watch is made aware of. So when large amounts of money are moved around, they kind of can make sure it's not grabbed. And it seems to indicate that there is mass, because one of the things that the church and the watch might watch out for is foreign interference in Eversink trade, because commerce is virtuous, but Eversink's for Eversink, not for others. So it is clear on the documents that there is a massive amount of investment from the Virtuous organization of Ironmongers to the grand expedition of what are they called again? Of Capria, in their holy pursuit of the crossing of the Serpentine, yada yada yada. It is the kind of coin you would see being spent by the great guild halls in Iron Cross, not this tiny Ironmonger hall out of the Tangle. Like, they're punching way above their weight. They have way more money. That's not play money. That's going to war money. And somehow they have it.
That's like some rich noble and or senior mercantile is funding this for some reason. Money. I'm guessing.
You could spend information. I could. You can spend a point. I can clarify. Or you can point out something you think is definitely true. It's like, that's true, because I know a lot about felonious intent. I know what crime's being committed here. Or what their intent is. Sorry, laws and traditions is what crime did you commit. Felonious intent is why are you doing what you're doing? Like, why would you commit that crime?
Sure. I will go ahead and spend a point on it.
Which one? Are you
looking at? You need to roll?
No, there's no roll. You just spend. You either are. Is it their intent you're looking to?
Felonious intent is what I will be spending on.
Okay. So, your felonious intent knowledge, shows that, like, you look into it a bit more. The reason you would do that, even if they were part of this scheme to imperil buildings of Eversink, which is, light side is whatever the case may be, whatever the criminality might be. What matters is that the only reason you'd risk this is because you are looking to get a profit or share in the expedition. So whatever the Grand Kingdom finds or scavenges from ruins of the Serpentine Empire, or cross your fingers, you hope they actually claim something, you get a cut because you helped fund it. That is, and the more well-funded they are, the better off they are. And the Ironmongers struggle to make money in Eversink because iron rusts. So people don't want iron very much in Eversink. Bronze is a lot more common. Silver is a lot more common. Ivory, like other stuff that doesn't react to salt as much, or salt water. But an army on land, they can need all kinds of iron. So not only do they, if this goes well, do they get a cut of the expedition, but they might secure themselves a contract to supply weapons and armaments to the Grand Kingdom, which that's enough to move them into Iron Cross easily.
Gotcha. If
it all goes well. But the problem is the buy-in. It's huge. You have to put in enough money for the Grand Kingdom to care. But it's worth it. Like if they pull this off, it's a huge coup for them. They're not out to make a handful of coin here.
Yeah, they're out to make a killing.
Yeah. And as you consider that, we'll swoop down to Squinting Sal.
Hell yeah, let's go. Scented candle is lit. It smells like peaches in my room now.
So yeah, you see the building. You see Golden Company guarding the door.
I'll put on my best street smile and see if they'll stop me from going in.
They aren't of the watch, so they have no reason to hate you. They're not commoners, but they look at you. You're of no repute either way, so there's no particular reason to mess with you. And you have a charming demeanor about you, so you know what? You're probably not up to anything.
Maybe. Yeah, I'll head in and I'll go to that same reception desk that Amali went to earlier.
Scribble, 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 scribble.
I'll lean over closer to the clerk. Hi, moment of your time?
I'm sorry, what? They look over at you.
My name's looking around. Farron. Farron. That's right, my name is Farron. Investigative journalist. And also on the payroll for some very wealthy and influential investors who'd love if I could get some information out of you, man.
Thankfully, you have liar's tell, so you're able to pass that bald lie in their face. Or at least they don't know. They don't, unless they want to spend some vigilance. They don't know you're lying to them yet. But for now, they're not willing to ask too many questions about it, and simply say, "Well, I'll tell you what I can, I suppose." Farron, was it?
Farron, yes. I was hoping that
They write your name down.
Yeah, I was hoping that I could get a look at your business. Moreover, my investors, very rich individuals from the temple market, mind you, are interested in who you're subcontracting to, the houses. There's talk, I heard, of a buyout.
Well, I mean, gives you a funny look and shakes their head and says, "Why, there's no one really no one that can compete with the Guild of Architects."
And the Guild of Architects is the same one that's been building all of them recently for you?
They build all houses.
I see.
Are you well?
No, yes, quite. It's just, the Guild wouldn't build something that falls apart, would they?
Well, generally
See,
not, no.
My investors are quite worried about the accidents that have been happening as of late. Scratching their chins, really, because they sent me out here thinking, surely it can't have been the Guild. Go find out what it was, and now you're telling me it's the Guild.
Well, they're the ones that built the thing. I mean, mind you, I'll say that it is possible that the people they contracted to supply them for things may have given them shoddy goods and someone didn't inspect it right. So, like, the wood, the nails, that sort of thing.
The iron?
Never the iron. We make sure to give them proper iron. I mean, you have to for it to last. Besides which, you don't build anything critical out of iron in houses anyway. That'd be foolish.
Turn around. Aren't the supports made of iron, or reinforced with the same at the very least?
In Eversink? Nothing that's close to the water. If you did, it'd have to be 2 floors off, I think, is the regulation.
So why are the buildings collapsing?
Wish I knew. We'd make a killing trying to sell them better iron. Or not selling iron, because whoever's screwing up is gonna get a mighty fine. Or maybe, I mean, where all these stuff is happening, I mean, think about it. The kind of places that are getting supplied, maybe people are stealing the iron right out of the walls. So I've heard some people steal the nails to sell off in Sag Harbor.
Raise an eyebrow. Yes, but the buildings that collapsed were not in Sag Harbor, were they?
Well, no, but you wouldn't sell it in your own backyard, would you? Excuse me,
No.
I came by to sell you some nails. Yeah, they look awfully suspiciously like a building that fell apart. You want to buy them? You'd probably go to a place where people don't ask too many questions about where your nails come from. Not that you get a bunch. I guess you'd have to steal a bunch of nails. But anyway.
Right. I'll be sure to tell my employers that. You wouldn't happen to know anything else about these little incidents, would you? I mean, I'm sorry for questioning it. It's just across all mentions of these collapsed buildings, your guild's name is the one that pops up the most.
You can give me sway now. That felt like a jab.
How am I looking on this one?
They don't love you, but they don't hate you. You said something that was off color.
Sure, I'll do 2 points. Here's a 7.
Nope, not enough. For them, I meant, sorry. Well, look. 2 things. 1, we are a virtuous organization. We have been, though we're not an Iron Cross, we are church trusted and long-term purveyor of goods. So, if we were to do anything we wouldn't just have watch sniffing at us, we'd have the church sniffing at us. I would wager. It's not in our interest to screw up. Now, if someone knows anything more than me, I'll admit I am but a clerk. I know what everyone else here in the guild knows. But if you wanted to speak someone of guilder rank of some regard, then for a nominal fee, for an early appointment, you could see them today. So I could ask really nicely, and perhaps you could offer your services to the guild, and I could give you an appointment as a contractor. Maybe even a slink. How about that? But it depends.
How about this? I'm willing to consider, but I'd like to sweeten the deal a little bit. You get me in a meeting room with a guilder within the next 15 minutes, and potentially some jobs down the line as a slink, and I won't go telling the GM, who would be is there a market authority somewhere in Eversink?
Church.
Who handles all the good? The church is the market authority.
They are the purveyors of contract law and the purveyance of commerce. Arguably, if you think a law is broken, it depends which thing you think they're more scared of. Are they scared of the church thinking they failed the city and the goddess and are curtailing trade in some way, or imperiling the city in particular? Or are they breaking a law of which they could be found accountable by the city watch?
Okay, it may be a stretch here, but just before I go in and make a fool of myself, I'd like to ask this. Maybe my city knowledge can help in this. City secrets can help with this. Trading with pirates, like we mentioned before, is not exactly sanctioned, is it?
No, they're considered enemies. They're considered enemies of the city.
So by trading with them, you are actively funding enemies of the city.
Yep, 100%.
Okay, yeah, then I'll continue with what I was saying. Perhaps some slink work in the future, and perhaps I won't go running off to the temples, to tell the priests and all the clerks how your guild is funding pirates by buying iron directly from them and reselling it on Eversink's markets.
You have gained a grudge with your intimidation, because you have the intimidate skill, so you are able to scare the heck out of this person, because they don't feel this is kind of getting above them. It's getting out of their hands, and you're threatening a really serious charge they don't know they can deny. So you gain a grudge with the mercantile. Your name's going to be passed around.
Good thing I gave them a fake name.
It's funny. They'll know. They're going to ask the city guard with some of your description, and funny enough, they're going to tell them.
Oh yeah, you know that one guy that wears just one glove on his hand? It's got a heart on it? Oh yeah, we know that guy. We've been searching for him for a while, actually.
Put it to you this way. You needed to disguise yourself. You'll get the wrong name, but they know what you look like.
Yeah. Don't worry, I've been known by many names. This is just one.
Mark down the grudge, you.
Where do I mark it down?
Under favors and grudges.
With the mercantile.
So they're not an enemy, but they have a grudge. If you get enough grudges with people, that's when people mess with you. If you get grudges too often with a faction, or you do actual, immediate harm to that faction, that turns into an enemy. You've earned... This is just they don't like you very much. As opposed to the faction as a whole considers you an enemy of the faction. There's a difference there. Right. You've offended somebody in power, but whether they're going to make it their mission to go after you... The Mercanti. Yes.
Just get me into a room with somebody that cares and is not a clerk, and then we can chat.
They scribble something, and they find a stamp, and they hold it out to you. Second floor, third door on your right. Knock on the door, present that. That will get you in the door. They will talk to you. How long they keep you in there before they throw you out? That's on you. but that gets you in the door and gets you talking to someone important.
I'll wink my thanks. And I'll go upstairs.
They give you a dirty look as you leave because you did threaten their business. That's like that is not a minor bit of thing you said.
This is where the slimy part comes in of the character, you know. Okay.
Hey, you said it, not me.
Yeah, I am very slimy.
Yeah. You go up the stairs and find yourself in the company of a member of the Mercantile, a lady who has very little patience as you knock on her door and present a flimsy excuse to be in her office. And she's already... You know the paper in your hand is nothing. It's just enough that it got you past some people and into her office. And you know her name from the piece of paper as Elvisa Morello.
Let me get this straight. Am I essentially a nobody, am sitting down with somebody who is actually a somebody?
Yep. This is like a bank manager or a guild. There may not be the guild master, but they're someone of rank in the guild.
Could I have a guesstimate of how many wealth levels they're above me?
They are wealthy.
Okay.
They're not opulent. Opulent's like people in Iron Cross or Alderhall.
Okay. In that case, I would... Is it polite to bow?
You're servile enough to kind of get the hint that you should be especially respectful. Imagine you're trying to get a job with this lady and you're trying to be extra polite. She's not nobility, but she's someone who can get you something of importance.
Then I'll give her like a half bow, you know, just lower my head a little bit and a half bow.
You see her kind of stand up away from her desk and adjust the iron axe at her belt. You can hear the clink of metal breastplates as you see her. She has a sort of cloak and shawl set up that kind of hides she's wearing armor, but it's clear she's made her outfit to make her obviously armored and armed, and little charms indicating that she like little bits of jewelry and showing that she trades with people around the world. I'm guessing you're not here with my boots.
No, I'm afraid the dead man's got them already. I shrug. It's a joke. I see it has had no effect.
Who do you work for? Because you sure don't work here at the guild hall.
No, you're quite right. I was hired by a lovely little lady. Is she from Iron Cross, or she's placed above in Iron Cross? Is she actually from there?
I'll say you're not sure.
Then we're gonna lie through our teeth. I was hired by a lovely little lady from Iron Cross in order to investigate some things that have been happening around town. Your guild's name has popped up more often than not, and I'm here to testify to the veracity of these claims. As far as I'm concerned, everyone's innocent until proven guilty, but also as far as I'm concerned, information doesn't have to leave my lips if they're properly sealed with coin.
How much coin they offering?
Plenty. But nothing that you couldn't match, or perhaps more.
Shoot me a number.
But whilst I'd love to do that, I'd first actually like to understand the situation. Ma'am, if that's alright with you.
You can certainly try.
I'm trying to be very nice about it. You see, the clerk was... the clerk was brusque, but We'll see how it fares here. The houses around the city.
Hmm.
Several very wealthy investors from Ironcross and Alderhall have been looking into possibilities of further investment into the houses. Yet, the Guild of Architects would not build a house that collapses.
So they tell you.
When asking around, Iron and your guild hall along with it pops up several times. Looking into your books, several things stood out. Sub-quality, perhaps, iron being imported from pirates across the seas. I'll raise a hand. I'm not going to report you to anyone if that's what you're asking. I don't care where you get your iron from. I care about people dying. Because frankly, ma'am, it's not your people that are dying. It's my people that are dying.
Ah.
So perhaps there's a bit of personal things in here as well.
So you're a do-gooder.
Try to be, at the very least.
Well, paid do-gooder, so. A slink then.
A snake rarely changes its skin. Sometimes.
So what are you asking me, unnamed slink?
Are you responsible for the collapsing of these houses?
Unless you have a skill you think will help you out here, I think sway is the answer. And I think you're having a social combat because she's going to try to convince you, no, we have nothing to do with it. But if you think you can get out of it, you can get something out of her, get a lead out of her before it turns into a debate of ideas.
Would skullduggery be applicable here?
Skullduggery is like grabbing something, stealing something. You're doing nefarious things to get the information you're looking for.
What about, would city secrets help me out in this one? Surely somewhere must have been, somewhere there's dirt on these people.
You could spend it to make the roll, to give you a bonus to the roll, but it wouldn't get you the lead necessarily, unless you were telling her a secret that helped her out. But I doubt that would make her tell you something, because that's against, it's heavily against her interest. She would want to resist telling her secret.
Sure, I'll spend the city secret point.
So it gives you +3 to your first roll at least.
And I'd also like to ask myself what is best in life, and that is listening to the cries of the wealthy robbed.
It gives you a +1, so +4 total for your first attack.
Okay, cool. Let's see if that'll work. Oh God! Oh God!
Well, I mean, look, at least I think the minimum is 4, so as long as she rolls crap, you're good. And you're going to do some damage. You're just not going to do a lot, is the downside to this. I need to pull up their things. Wait, didn't I just do... Oh, wrong part of the book. I'm smart. It is this part of the book, isn't it? No. Adversaries. That's what I'm doing wrong. Gotcha. No, yes, no. Looking for an appropriate block that would make sense for this lady. Because she's not a mook, she's a named person. She's someone of importance. She's not the guildmaster, I know that. Because that's someone, you wouldn't be able to meet someone just through a clerk. They don't have that kind of authority, frankly. I'm going to say you're ridiculously lucky and you're not talking to someone who's super good at this. All right. So, actually, no, first off, did you hit their morale thresholds? Oh, it's attacking, right. I don't roll back. You just swing at me. So, yeah, no. Did you hit the morale threshold, yes or no? Because it's fighting through morale, basically. Yes. So, you roll 1d6 plus... How many points did you spend from your sway skill?
0.
So you just do 1d6 flat. Oh, is it?
6.
Is it? Sorry.
We'll keep that 6 there, you know?
Oh, you rolled really well, so you might have more. So yeah, that's good. Yeah, the die is still the die. I'm just making sure I'm not cheating you out of damage.
Page 191, you said?
No, that's for the NPC, so I don't lose the number. It's in the damage calculation table. Is that the same thing? Is that the same thing in morale? I think it's the same difference. It's damage. Of course it's the same difference. Nah, I'm smart. Okay, so I pinned that, so I wouldn't have to look where it's all the time. There, so...
There's a 1d6 minimum damage is the number of points spent on the attack.
Which, yeah, you didn't modify it with extra stuff. You did spend an investigative point, so that's +1 to that damage, so that's 7. You did not do a critical hit. No one's helping you. So that is 7 morale damage to her. Which, is that enough to make her not want to keep talking? Oh, that hit her morale pretty bad. How much was damage did we just agree on? 7?
7, yeah.
7? That's not good. I actually have to do a test to see if they want to continue talking. If they want to keep fighting you on this. Because they are low in morale.
Oh, I know where to jab the rich ones, I do.
It is under damage calc. I'm low in morale, not low in health, so I do a morale test to see if I want to keep arguing with you, because I might just give up. I'm demoralized. I'm unstable. So I have to do a test immediately to see if I stay active in the scene. Okay, so I just roll a d6, don't I? Yep. So I do a test. Before I can even swing back, I have to check. I think that's not enough. I think the test is 4. Yep, that's not enough. They're done. Look, pal. You're asking some pretty dangerous questions. Appreciate it if it didn't get back around to me. But what do you think you're really looking into here? I mean, really.
My guess was insurance fraud. Someone builds the buildings, someone knocks them down, collects insurance money, and then sends very powerful sorcerers' drugs to the families of the bereaved so they don't push an issue.
Sorcery?
Except this time.
No, it's a lot simpler than that. See, when you sell iron reinforcements to the Architects Guild, they have very specific requirements, very expensive requirements that they're willing to pay for. The thing about special irons that are reinforced is that they require very specific works from very specific sources that mean that when we import it, the cost is ludicrously high, thus a ludicrous price is paid. Now imagine that if you needed to secure a large amount of capital, if you just used the iron you would sell to street-level merchants for their wagon wheels, for their daggers, for their nails. Suddenly, the architects build their reinforcements with shoddy steel and overpay by 10 to 100-fold. And we get to hang on to high-quality iron, to sell off elsewhere, or trade elsewhere.
And do you think that is what's causing the buildings to collapse? Saving a few pennies?
Pennies. With the amount of money sold in a single building, we could build floors in Alderhall.
And how many floors in Alderhall are going to get built with blood that you are killing, that you are collecting from the people in the Tangle, the Foreign District, Side Harbor, anywhere else, really?
Enough to change the guild's fortune. Bring us out of the Tangle.
Well, I can't really question that, nor fault you for it. Business has one goal, and that's to make money, isn't it?
Commerce is a virtue, so they say.
So they say indeed. Well, listen here, lady. I'll have to report back with something. It doesn't have to come back to you, of course, for a price.
Well, my word won't be enough. I'm not hot. I could cause a fuss. I could cause a stink, but you need hard.
But you could point me in the right direction.
Yeah. So if you could get your way into one of the warehouses we have in Iron Cross, which we can now actually afford, you might be able to find the different steels marked for different clients.
And which client in specific am I looking for?
What was that, sorry?
Which client in specific am I looking for?
Well, one is the architects, and the other, well, better you find it than I tell you. Because then you know I didn't influence you. You just found it all on your own.
How fortunate. Don't think I caught your name.
See, he said lying because it was on her paper. Alvissa Morello.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if she has like a name tag saying, "Hi, my name is Elvis Morello."
It was on the piece of paper when you walked in to talk to her.
Oh, right. Sorry.
That's how you knew which office to go into.
Right, redact. Then I'll stand up, say, Miss Morello, if it is any consolation to you, know that perhaps tonight you can sleep with a little bit of a lighter soul, knowing that you saved another family from a lost son or a lost daughter, or several generations of one family. If it brings you any comfort, know that at least someone, somewhere, will be grateful to you.
You want some advice, Slink?
I'm all ears.
Remember whose enemies you're making and whose friends you're making. Find what you need, but if I were you, I'd spend that coin very carefully. And that ain't a threat. That's just the way it is around here.
I appreciate the free lesson, and trust me, it will not go unnoticed. Yes.
She nods.
You keep an eye on yourself. I'll make sure the locals know about you. Or in a positive light. You didn't do anything or say anything, but you're one of the good ones.
She scoffs at that, but shrugs. Like, okay.
No, before I exit, I'll turn back on her. Oh, don't scoff at that. You never know whose sticky fingers can reach inside your pocket. Toodles.
And with that, you are able to withdraw to Amelia's apartment. In Ironcross.
Fancy.
Well, it's above water. So, there's that.
In Venice, that's a big thing, you know.
It's true. Gaining a refresh token because you did beat a named person in a morale contest.
All right, get some. Come on.
It's probably more, but you meet each other. What does your home look like, good Sentinel?
It is kind of, let's say, it's the kind of apartment that is furnished by the sort of person that gets whatever's cheapest and or free at the secondhand shop, and doesn't care over much about their creature, let's say. So, lots of mixed matched boxes and stuff, or like mismatched furniture and whatnot. Less of a can't afford it and more of a I basically come back here to cook and sleep type of thing. So,
Do you have a basin?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I owe you another 3. Beating a named person is 3. Beating a mook's 1.
Ah.
My bad.
Oh, mind if I spend one of those immediately then in order to recover my city secrets?
Nope. It's only for general.
Only for general.
You
Recover my sway then if I can, please. 1.
1? Okay. Yeah, because to get back investigative, you need the adventure to be over.
Yeah. Sal will ask you if you have a basin. You said, yeah, I'll go over to the basin. Do you have any soap?
yes.
Oh, thank God. And I'll, begin washing my hair.
I give you a funny look at that.
Sorry, you haven't been dumpster diving the entire day, have you?
I have not.
Well then, cut me some slack, will you? I'm trying not to stink up your couch if I'm crashing here tonight, you know?
There's a bathhouse in the apartment.
Right, but I
You
don't
want to have a full-
think we have time for that. While
Fair
I'm
enough.
washing up, what did you find?
Yeah, so I'll basically detail that what I got from the conversation out with the city guard is that we are correct to be looking in the direction of the pirates overseas, and that it's likely a very big what I'm looking for. It's likely more complicated than what we know on the surface, and we are likely to make big enemies with it, is basically what I've read between the lines on this.
I see. Well, I, on the other hand, got a soft confession from the guild. Spoke to a regional manager, you could call her. I don't even know what her title is. Junior manager? In any case. Basically, what we suspected. They skimp out on the material in order to save gold. Enough gold, supposedly, that they could start paving floors in Alderhall, which, as if you've seen any of the floors in Alderhall ever, they're very expensive floors.
Yes.
She told me that, should we want to find more, we could go ahead and look in one of their warehouses in Ironcross, not far away from here, if I'm not mistaken, at the docks, close to Giovanni's place. And in there, to take a look at some, how did you call it, compartments, or basically compartments for clients, various clients, one of which are the pirates, and one of which, she said, I should find on my own, and that I'll know it when I see it. So I'm guessing it's something pretty shocking. I don't suppose you think that perhaps the Triskadine have anything to do with this? We were hired by them, but perhaps they don't even know themselves who's in on it?
I have no idea. I don't deal with the Triskadine much. I wouldn't know where to start with them, honestly.
Or perhaps the church is in on this. I mean, Sorcerer's Cabal? Your guess is as good as mine.
Sorcerer's Cabal, I wouldn't put it past, honestly.
Don't let Giovanni hear you say that. He's on buddy-buddy with them. Well, in any case, do you happen to have any black clothing on you?
Possibly in the closet.
Good.
Do you need some?
No, I'm all blacked up. Don't worry about that. I'm asking more for you. Let's get some rest, and let's see if we can sneak into the warehouse at Ironcross.
I will warn you, I'm not exactly the sneakiest sort.
How about providing a distraction for me then while I do go sneaking? You try and go in the legitimate way, and I'll go in the illegitimate way.
That I can try. Possibly.
So we have an accord. Try not to look suspicious then. Look unsuspicious or inconspicuous. And as Sal finishes up, washing his hair, he'll look around. Do you have a towel?
Preparedness.
Oh,
No, I'm just
give him
kidding.
a towel.
Yeah, I'll brush my hair off. Right. Truth be told, I don't think I've washed my hair for like 3 months. Thanks. Now, let's get some shut-eye. I think under the cover of darkness will be best, eh?
Very well.
Get some sleep.
The dark of night cloaks Eversink. Lights are lit in streets. The city watch patrol with lanterns, and inquisitors lurk, seeking sorcerers and their hidden cabals. But Ironcross is Ironcross, still doing the works of a city that frankly never truly sleeps.
Is there a curfew in place?
No, but if you're like nosing around at a locked up business, the watch are going to ask you questions. They're like, hey, what are you doing?
Right, okay. Well, in that case, would I know where the warehouse that she mentioned to me was?
Yep. It's off near the... There's warehouses just off the Ironcross side of the docks.
Good.
Because this is the
Let's
main
see
dock
if-
here. This is the master dock for like...
As far as I could gather, yeah, it looks like it anyway. Big one.
Because there's harbor approach for smaller stuff. But if you're doing like big shipments, you want to stop off at Temple Market and Ironcross. Depends what you're doing. Depends what you're bringing in with. Usually it's people who are already from here who send out the ships to do stuff, then come back.
Right, okay. So, Amalia, how about this? You are... how well do you think you can pass for as a member of the church? Do you think you can?
I don't believe so.
An auditor in hire of the church?
That is more likely.
An inspector, perhaps? Health inspector? Sanitary inspector?
I could try for that.
See if you can figure out a way inside legitimately, like I said. I'll sneak around the back. See if I can climb through a window or something. Should be a bit of work, but nothing I haven't handled before, eh? But yes, let's go over there. Let's see what the situation's like.
As you begin making your way across the streets of Ironcross, Amelia Dosa, you notice that somebody is shadowing after Sal. And looks to be trying to catch up to him discreetly.
I will... try to catch Sal's eye and try to look cast a look in the direction of whoever is trying to kill him.
Sal, unfortunately, all that'll give you is a bit of a bonus if this person is up to something. Amelia, you know Sal just isn't vigilant enough to catch this sort of thing. He might be like, huh? What do you mean? And it's going to take him a second to look around for what you're talking about, but you know who it is. You see that person right there, right away is a thing. It might do something. You're not sure necessarily if they're hostile or not, but you do know they're being sneaky. They're trying to evade notice, which is why Sal doesn't see them right away. So... you might trust that Sal will achieve his role of not being surprised by whoever this is, or you can intercede immediately against this person.
I think I will intercede.
What way will you intercede against this shadowy figure?
Would my tactics of death let me basically counter ambush them? And, like, I'm not trying to actually kill them, I'm just trying to basically corner them so I can confront them.
I'm going to double check. I feel like so, but I'm going to make sure. I'm going to double check that's what that does. I think that's what that does. I think you could do something to that degree. You can intercede at a you have the perfect timing to go and step into your way. Hi, friend. Yeah. So, how are you interceding through your tactics of death into this person's way? Like, are you taking a knife? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Basically, how you would suggested, stepping into their way and cutting off their ability to continue to follow him.
Do you draw steel, or do you just kind of keep your hand at your weapon, or is it just a sheer or is it more of a put a hand on the chest of stop?
Hand on chest. I'm not going to try to draw steel at this stage because I don't want to. Let's say I don't want to risk. Let's play someone quickly. Like, I don't want to escalate to a steel fight right now.
Yeah.
I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'd rather keep it non-lethal.
I see what you mean. You step into their way, and they grimace. You see a visible grimace in their hood, as you see only their lower face. They have something in their hand, your vigilance notices, some sort of letter, a common letter, the kind you normally could just send through the post, but some people hand deliver. But you could literally, for a coin, for like a pittance of coin, you would pay a post guy and they'd walk it to where it is in town. They do look minimally armed. They have some sort of blackjack or something, or sap tucked in their belt, but they're not reaching for that. The thing they have in their hands is the letter, but they don't seem very happy that you're in their way. They look like, now that you've halted them from approaching Sal, they look like they want to go away. They want to retreat. Do you let them, or are you going to try to get them to stay somehow?
I'm going to try to get them to stay, see if I can restrain them temporarily.
Oh, so you're physically just going to go, I'm going to grab you. You're not going anywhere, pal.
That or through cornering them.
That sounds like a warfare thing to me. You're attacking them. A maneuver of basically restraining them.
Okay. And since I'm initiating, I set the difficulty?
You're aiming to hit whatever their threshold is to take damage. You're just choosing not to do damage. You're choosing to restrain them. Which, to give you an idea, it's either it's usually either 3 or 4. Just depends how good they are.
I'll spend 2 points just to make sure on this. 8.
So, Sal, you're walking along. It's night. You're thinking about your next big plan. You're thinking of the next lie you're going to tell. And all of a sudden, Dozai just pivots on her heel, strides away. It's like, where is she going? You turn to see what she's talking about. And like she mentioned, yeah, there's someone over there. So you're kind of looking around, what the hell they're talking about. And Amelia just steps into someone's way, grabs them, and wrestles them into a grapple as they thrash around a little bit, trying to get away. But yeah, they're not. They were grabbed.
Blink once, twice, thrice. Shake my head and come over. What are you doing?
And I'll say to them, why were you following him?
None of your business, watch, bitch.
Oh.
And she struggles and thrashes in your graps.
Who are you? Do I know you?
You don't know us, but we know you. Squinting Sal.
In a good way or in a bad way?
Not sure you want her to know. She'll just squeal on you.
We are investigators together, you doofus.
Oh, yeah?
She's my comrade in this situation.
She's gonna sell you out the minute she can.
Oh, come off it.
You can try to sway this person. They might talk, but they seem especially hostile to Amelia for reasons you don't quite understand yet.
Because they probably have a bone to pick with the watch. Yeah, I'll try and diffuse the situation a little bit. I will burn 3 points for sway.
You would.
I would. How's a 9?
Fine. I'm supposed to get you a message, all right?
Who from?
You don't want me saying that out in the open like this.
Just hand me the letter. Amalia, it's fine. Just let her go.
I'll let her go.
There's a half moment where they look like they're gonna deck you just out of spite, but they look at you, they do that quick math in their head of how high your warfare is compared to theirs, and it's like, nah, not worth it. Like, they almost want to start something just out of, but it's like, no. They have a sap, they don't have armor, you have armor, you have a rapier, and if you killed them, they probably wouldn't be, you probably wouldn't be the one in trouble. Because somebody has connections in the watch. You see that quick evaluation. Yeah, I know.
I basically, raise my chin in a challenge at them. Go ahead, try it.
Oh, ladies, please. It's all right.
The hooded lady kind of holds out a letter to you. Don't say the words aloud.
Stay here, please, 1 second, and I'll just grab the letter. Does it say who it's from?
Nope, it's unmarked.
Okay. What does it say?
You open up the letter.
Mm-hmm.
That person starts to run.
Okay, well, what is in the letter? If it's a bomb,
I'll let you go.
You let them go? Okay. That's all I was checking if I was going to grab them again.
I was going to tip her. God damn. Okay. If she doesn't want to tip, that's fine.
To the compassionate one with one eye. You wade into murky waters. Waters full of filth and bile, both close and far away. But know that where you wade tonight, sorry, I have to make sure I'm giving you the right message here. Clicking on buttons, there we go. Oh, I know I should be checking. This is a game where the GM really needs to have notes to look over, just in case. Wait, what? I did write this down. Where did I put it? No. This is literally supposed to be in my notes. Where is it? I'll just definitely make the call. Know that where you're away tonight, Raywald holds sway. No matter how much you slink, they shall await you. May the grove be where you find peace. Essay.
Okay, you in rain water. Doesn't matter. Okay, you know where you wait tonight. Brewald will sway no matter how much you sleep. Shall we be at the grove? Be where you find peace. Is the I show this to Amalia. Look, they got it all wrong. I've still got my eye. It's just not very good.
I will. Do I know who this Greywald is?
Raywald. You think about it. Raywald. It's not the name of any known organization that you're aware of. It's not the name of a monster.
Would I know this person?
Let's see, Sal. You think about it. Let's see. It's not the name of anything in the city. There's no rumor involving them as far as you're aware. They're not something you've done a skullduggery to learn about. You've already been ridiculously lucky once. This isn't helping. You don't happen to know this sort of information, and put it to you in another way, you may not want to know this information quite this way. No, nothing jumps out at you. I can tell you that. It's not a common name. It's not like they named some hoity-toity person. Like, that would be like, oh, Sir Raywald of whatever. Or the High Bishop Raywald. It's like, no, Raywald is a name, but it doesn't connect with anything that either of you two are familiar with.
I'll look over at Amalia. What do you think about this grove business? What's, is there a grove here in Eversink? I think I know one in the Temple Market, but it's like a park. I wouldn't call it a grove.
Do I know of anything that might be considered a grove?
There's little parks here or there, like any of these collection of trees. That's actually like, but they don't call those groves. They'd call them parks or gardens or something like that. Like, it's such and such park, or Hope Plaza, for example. But grove is like, that's like an out of Eversink thing. That's a mainlander word. There is a word for it in Coinish. Like, there's a word for it because you have to talk with people outside of Eversink, but
Would the Isle, the Goddess's Isle, be considered a grove?
It is. Hold on, I can check my notes real quick. I don't think it's called that. Then again, you have City Secrets. You could say that is one of its nicknames.
Well, I could if I had a point left in it.
Oh, never mind then. Sorry. The Goddess Isle, and this is something you would just know, it is the most heavily wooded island in the city. It is known to move around a bit randomly. Like, that place on the map is just for the sake of the map, but it isn't always there.
I'm sorry, the island moves?
The island moves. It is the only property on all of Eversink that is deeded to Denari herself. And historically, Denari was a merchant who found a holy word and ascended, and then she used her magic to keep Eversink from sinking. But the Goddess Isle is literally her isle, and if you go there without invitation to its executors or guardians, you are subject to exile and excommunication. And people who've swam over there have vanished. You would know it for its golden dome pavilion that you would see just over the island's trees. Some say it's her house or the true shrine of the goddess.
I see. No one inhabits it, as far as we know?
There's attendants there, so they say.
Okay. Well, I don't suppose they're inviting us to the Isle. I wouldn't consider this an invitation at the very least. Do you think it's a warning to stay away from the warehouse?
Might be a warning about the warehouse. Like warning us that
We're walking into an ambush?
possibly.
Hmm. Well, you know what? As far as I'm concerned, this doesn't discourage me in the slightest. If anything, this proves someone's got something to hide. Someone's killing innocents all over the Tangle, Sag Harbor, and everything just to save a few gold coins on building materials. And clearly, it goes deeper than this. So deep, in fact, that they're willing to resort to warnings, intimidation, cheat tactics. Well, be prepared. They know our names at the very least, or know who we are. They know how to find us. I don't know if your house is safe anymore, or my house for that matter. You still want to continue with this?
Yes.
Well, that's all you needed to say, really.
Intimidate me from things.
That's all you needed to say, really, in that case. Come.
Yourself? Are
Warehouse.
you?
Oh, me? No, don't worry about me. I've always led a bit more of a looser life, ever since I was a kid. But perhaps that's a story for another time. If we make it through this, I'll tell you all about it, yeah?
Fair enough.
Come. We'll go to the warehouse. Let's see what's there.
Yep. Let's hope that
The two of you shall arrive at the warehouse.
Yeah, plan still stands. Don't deviate from it. If it works, why change it?
You see the warehouses of the Virtuous organization of Ironmongers is heavily guarded by the Golden Company.
How heavily?
Every door with a guard. Guards with crossbows along the roof.
yikes.
Is there any way in whatsoever?
Well, let's see if you know how to do such things. You think through your mean... Actually, no, I take that back. It would be a test of stealth to sneak by them. You'd have to get to a window or past a doorway. In theory, you could try to go to a neighboring building and go underwater. Not underwater, but go to like a basement level or an underwater level and then sneak over to the warehouse from the bottom up. But that exposes you to bile water and such.
If I had a distraction here on the surface that would turn some of the guards' attention, would it be possible to sneak in?
It's possible now, but it'd be easier if they're distracted.
Okay, I'll turn to Amali. Slight change of plans, perhaps, and I'll understand completely if you say no, but because what I'm about to ask you is very dangerous and possibly illegal. I need you to start a fire. Not in the warehouse, somewhere in the vicinity. The only thing people react to very well, where everybody jumps in to help because it will spread, is fire.
Because
I'll
you
understand completely if you say no.
Are you alright if I satellite something that will not, let's say, risk lives?
I'm perfectly fine with that.
I can do that, I suppose.
As long as it can get these guards to turn their heads for a moment or two. That's all I need.
Well, see what I can do.
Well, I'll get into position, and if I hear the clock go off and the guards are still in the same positions as they were, I'll try and go on as if, as regular. But I'm hoping and praying that you get something off. Is that alright with you?
Yes.
Alright. Well, good luck, and I'll see you on the other side. And I'll pull my cloak over myself and go off into the shadows.
All right, Dosei, what's your plan? How do you plan to distract the Golden Company from their charge?
I'm gonna see if I can find a midden pile and set it alight.
A midden pile?
Yeah, like a pile of trash. Like,
Oh, you're not setting a building on fire. You're just starting a small.
yeah. Because I don't set a building on fire because somebody might be in the building.
What skill would you say you're using to cause this to be effective in helping Sal? What ability?
Either Tactics of Death or Wilderness Mastery, actually, because Wilderness Mastery in terms of being able to start fires, Tactics of Death in terms of, like, military ploys of misdirection.
I would take Tactics of Death. So what you would be doing here, you would spend your point of Tactics of Death. That will give a +3 to Sal's roll.
We'll go ahead and do that.
All right, Sal, this is an opposed roll. You have +3 because you're being assisted, Amelia. Amelia can't spend any points of stealth. She doesn't have any. But she's using her Tactics of Death to kind of create a distraction that looks kind of serious and it's going to draw attention. But not so much that it's going to cause the city watch to come pouring in by droves. And also, it's not going to hurt anybody. Well, it's going to tick off whoever hid their stuff in there, but that's their problem.
Okay, well, you know what they say. What is best in life, Sal? Sniffing out fortunes.
I will say unto you that you are, to give you an idea of base difficulty, you're probably coming from a shadow, crossing open ground, and then going into a door or through a window as quickly as you can while people are distracted. So this isn't the easiest thing in the world, but there are a fair number of them, so it's not the hardest thing in the world either. But it is above normal. But it's not. It is far more doable with this bonus than it would have been without it.
Okay. Would you allow me to use my what is best in life, or is it one per session?
One per session.
One per session. Okay.
One per adventure, one per session, something like that. You'd have to use something else.
In that case, I'll just spend an additional 3, so I have a +6.
Yeah.
11.
Oh, I bet that hit the difficulty. I think 11 gets a lot higher than I was thinking. Yep, it definitely does. Okay, so I have to not only beat the target number, but I also have to roll higher than you did. They're using not stealth, but vigilance. These guys are named in the sense that they're not just regular mooks. They're actually, they're of a faction that matters, who have actual power and ability. But they're not like a captain. They're not like the head of the Golden Company. They're just, They have sway. They have friends. They have skill. Oh, there's a faster way to do what I'm doing. I'm doing this a slow way. There's a faster way to do this. You're not fighting a monster. That's not happening yet. So we only care about the highest roller, not the regular guy. So we'll say this guy. And we'll say that. So she's not doing that quite yet. Okay, so the way a lot of enemies work is that they don't have, or adversaries in general, sometimes they'll have straight up like skills like you do, like they'll have the same thing you do. More generally, just for GM sanity, different ability people have malus, M-A-L-U-S, and that's kind of my pool of I want them to be good at what they're doing, and different people have more. Like a random low-ranking person has like 3, a very super skilled person has like 20 or even 50. Like it depends on who is opposing you. Okay, that is what I was looking for, so I can do that how many times? I can do that many times. So if I'm stopping stealth, that means I am stopping, because there's a back and forth of vigilance versus stealth when you're stealthing by somebody. And it kind of leans in favor of the stealthy person, but if someone's really vigilant, they may be able to dig their way out of it. That's why having any vigilance is so good. It's like if you don't have vigilance, it's really bad. It's really hard to catch someone who's trying to sneak up on you. That's why that person stuck up on you. You don't have vigilance. You don't know.
Yeah.
You're not. You're used to sneaking up on people. That's you sneaking on them. They're trying to see you. Right, alertness. You gain them up for general vigilance. Notice that it's supposed to be like a looker says. You're going to give you a plus 1 bonus. Getting a point gives you an additional +3. This usually lets you know same thing. So I'd have to spend that many to have the rank I want, and then I have to spend that many to spend that point to get a bonus. And that's a reasonable amount because I want to have the rest in case I find something dangerous. I want the rest of the malice. So I spent that much malice. So I have that number added to my d6. 4 and 4 is 8. That is not enough. I do not see you.
Whew. Generally, I don't think you could have beaten even with a 6, right? 6 plus 4 is a 10.
If I rolled a 6, I would have spent to crit.
Okay.
But I'd have to spend more to do it. But I was like, there's no way I'm gonna buy a crit off a 4. Like, no, and it's expensive. I was like, but 4 is good. But I'd have to spend extra to beat you. Like 4, like, nah. Yeah, you're able to sneak in.
Where did I go?
Does say, people are running over to the fire. How are you avoiding consequences? Or are you? Because you're the one that started the fire.
I'm gonna run away.
Athletics.
I'll spend 2 points of it. I want to succeed here. 4. Crap.
Uh-oh.
Damn.
They're gonna catch up to you. What's your plan? You gonna fight them? You gonna surrender? Or you're gonna try to hide somewhere?
I'm thinking, sorry, 1 sec.
No, certainly. No, certainly.
Can I make an argument for preparedness via flashback that I secured a faster route that would have given me um, a quicker escape than my physical ability would otherwise dictate?
Whew, that's what flashback's for. I think there's still a number you have to hit. I think it's just higher than normal. I think 4 is the normal. I think flashback gives me no. It just says that it's just if you have blah blah blah. You would have had time to set this up. You do have to do the preparedness test. You still have to sell me on it. I'm gonna say you probably talk to your friend who has city secrets to tell you something like, "Hey, by the way, I'm gonna need a getaway area. Could you, could you point out some areas that might be good for me to run into?"
That's a good idea. So it's just a roll, really. Okay, so I will say this is for it to be it's not the easiest thing in the world, but it's also it's something that has to be tucked away enough that the normal city watch wouldn't be able to go, oh, I know where that is. It has to be a little more obscure than that. So to give you an idea of difficulty, so you still have to hit the preparedness roll. How many points you spending? Let's go 3. This is important.
Okay.
That I get away. 8.
And down a narrow alleyway, you're able to kind of squeeze yourself into, and the guards start rushing around. The city watcher ducking down the other side alleyways that you would have normally tried to run down, and you just kind of sit in this little crawl space waiting for the guard to go away. You've evaded them. Squinting Sal. You're within the warehouse. There's not a soul here, not a squeak of a mouse or rat. Just the silent creak of wood and the wind rattling against the glass.
Suspicious. There should be at least some rats here, but maybe rats don't like iron. Let's try and find the part which belongs to the pirates.
You sneak about. You lurk. Looking upon boxes and boxes. Tons of iron. There's other stuff they sell as well, being fair. But iron is the bulk of what they do. Different things are labeled for different people, different ports. Some of it's stuff they bought from somebody. Some of it's stuff they sold to someone. Some of it is worked. Some of it's unworked. Some of it is like the framing of iron. So like hilts, chairs, bolts, nails, that sort of thing, like the other stuff. So it's a lot of wandering around and looking, and there's no one really in here. Like there's nobody here. So you're kind of wandering around this massive warehouse by yourself, looking from box to box to box. Until eventually you find what appears to be there are floors that go up and floors that go down. You know enough about the kind of iron, the kind of amount of iron they're needed. The upstairs would take you to like office space for the warehouse. But if you're trying to find a box with the right label, it's either on the ground floor or one of the lower floors. And you find a door, you find a stairway that leads up, and you find a stairway that leads down into the basement area closer to the water.
Okay. Let's go up to the offices real quick. I want to see if there's a record book or something incriminating, hard evidence,
What skill would help you find the...
Skullduggery would, I think. Very appropriate, isn't
As you
it?
start sneaking around real quick and grabbing at things. And you find a ledger.
Is it marked in any way?
It's to the Virtuous organization of Ironmongers. This is their warehouse. It shows what they have throughout the building.
Let's open it up. And I recall the words that Amalia told me earlier, what they were listing the pirates' transactions as. And I'll see if I can find those listings. And in the meantime, see if I can catch anything else, because the lady did say that something pretty, something extravagant will catch my eye, I suppose. So if anything else kind of pokes at my eye while I'm looking through this, let me know.
You notice that you do find the monies that say they're basically trading with the Grand Kingdom. Like, you see those entries. And yeah, it does look. I mean, you're not sure how suspicious that is. You're not a sentinel. You don't know exactly what this. But you see it. You see this as physical proof that says the same. That shows what was being described to you. So you're like, having it pointed out to you, like, oh, it's there. Okay, whatever that means. That probably means the same thing. So you have the ledger. That much I can tell you.
Okay. I wouldn't necessarily want to grab the entire ledger itself. Screw it. Maybe that's the right thing to do. Yeah, I'll pocket the ledger and put it in a knapsack on my back.
Okay.
And then I'll head downstairs to the basement.
Oops, wrong shape. You go into a central area. You see long hallways leading to other smaller, lower offices. You see another hallway that has some workshop areas for sorting and putting things in boxes. And then, of course, a massive chamber where even from where you are, you can smell the damp. You see massive boxes through a bit of glass that you're standing at. And somewhere in there is likely the crates you're looking for. We'll put a doorway marker here, here, here. And the way you came in was this way.
Okay.
This area is more like a way you can see through glass, so you can see the massive floor.
A balcony, almost, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll hang on with myself. Just quietly onto the balcony, have another look down. So these pools down there, they're holding crates, is that right?
Sorry, I'll call them better for you. These are massive crates.
Oh, massive crates. At a cursory glance, are they marked in any sort of special way?
Yeah, they have like stamps and seals on the sides of them and stuff.
I see. Then let's head over into the offices.
What are you looking for in there?
I'll head into this office first. Any sort of paperwork around here? Any ledgers? Any notes? Any post-its? Anything?
Yeah, there's a fair variety of paperwork in here.
Okay, quick cursory glance at it. Is it boring stuff that doesn't really concern me, or what is it?
Nothing that seems to make sense to you. You're not very well versed in this sort of thing. You knew about the ledger because that was a clear and obvious thing to grab because you already were told about that and you found a copy of it.
Any names that catch my eye as I skim through the papers? Any mentions of Triskadine or Sorcerer's Cabal or anything of the sort?
You would see, there would be one name that would catch your eye. That'd be kind of, just their scurrilous rumors, because you've heard of these people in City Secrets. You would have heard of these people before. I have to pull up the thing in front of me. That would help. That would help a lot. Oh, wrong notes. God. I know what I'm doing, I promise. You see De Francisco. Oh, sorry, you would have the name on there. Sorry. I was scrolled away from what I was going to give you. Carlos De Francisco, which is the guild leader of the Society of Ivorists.
Interesting.
Another name is Zanobi Giorgetti, the head of the mercenary company, the Golden Raiders. And Serafina Arona of the ancient noble house Arona. Yeah. These are names that you've heard of that are very important, very influential people. The first is a mercantile faction, the second is a mercenary faction, the third is a ancient nobility faction.
Okay, I'll note those down.
Like those names come up a lot. Like there's lots of other little names that come in, but you dismiss them as, yeah, obviously you'd have to talk to that guy. Duh. Captain so-and-so, yeah, he does work for whoever pays coin. That doesn't mean anything. But these names matter. You've heard of them somewhere. And you're like, hey, I know who that is.
Quick look around, left, right. Anyone, anywhere? Any presence aside me?
Not that you notice, no.
Okay. Move over to the next office, have a quick look around. Anything else in there besides paperwork?
Not really, no.
Just do a really quick check of the third office from the outside as well. Anything but paperwork in there?
Yeah, just the kind of thing you were seeing before. Mostly, it looks like to be a place where it's more like an inventory place for stuff in here. Like, here's where the mops are. Here's where the ladders are. That sort of thing.
Last but not least, this one. Last one.
That one looks to be, it was an office. It's probably the foreman person, or would be the foreperson for this floor. And you can see like there's a makeshift sort of cot put in there, which you're not really supposed to do. You're supposed to go home, but sometimes you have to sleep at the warehouse. It sucks, but it happens. But there's nobody here. You see the remnants of like half-filled bottles, a plate with a fork on it. It's a room that's someone has lived in recently, but hasn't been in for a little bit. Like the occupant isn't here, and they haven't been here for a while.
Okay. I rifle around their stuff for a bit.
Oh, you're able to pilfer a coin.
Nah, I won't do that.
Okay.
Don't sweat it.
Okay.
Well, let's go over to the workshops then. I'll make my way back here, through here, and see what is in these workshops.
These are, one room is for the big bits of labeling you put on the side of crates. So you paint, so some things you'd have to write big letters on, or big numbers on, or big emblems on. You need to like attach them with rope. Some of them are just colored cloth. Some of it in here is like stuff you would carry. Like you take things out of the box, put them in something that's easier to carry, so you can put it in a wagon easier. And then think sacks, backpacks, chests. So this is like a transfer room and labeling room.
Okay.
This room is for the maintenance and construction and disassembly of crates in particular. So if you wanted to make another crate or repair one, this is like the carpentry area you would be messing around with stuff. Or if you were going to take apart a crate, you'd bring it all the way in here and start tearing it apart. Or this is where you get, or more likely, given how big these crates are, you'd want to get like the tools from this workshop and come out to where the crate is.
Okay, well, nothing to it then, I suppose. I will open the door to the main hall, pull out the ledger, and see if I can locate the crate belonging to the pirates. I'm sure they must have some like identification code on it, and I'll see if I can track it down.
Oh yeah, you get over to the place marked for the Grand Kingdom. You get all the way there, and you notice there are 2 sets of crates in that area. They're basically stacked right into each other, basically. One has it lists that in both in the ledger and on the box. It shows that this is fine steel stamped for the Grand Kingdom military, and the other is for the Guild of Architects.
Okay, let me see if I can. Can I reach into the box that's for the Guild of Architects?
It looks to be sealed, like nailed shut and stuff.
Like nailed shut.
It's almost like they were hoping they didn't want anything to fall out when they moved the stuff around.
How thick is this box?
Thick enough for you to roll me a stealth roll to see if you get ambushed.
Oh no! Who's there? Okay, well, I'll spend any inkling as to how difficult this is?
If you're avoiding surprise, basic difficulty is 4, plus whatever
Yeah,
modifier your foe's stealth is.
I'll drop. I'll use two recovery points to recover 2, and then I'll spend 3. Is that okay?
Okay, you can do that. Box, go back. Box, go back.
Oh, goodness gracious! Oh my God. Guess I'm getting bushwhacked.
Sure. There. Stepping out of the boxes. Cloaked in dark green cloaks. The hems decorated in seaweed twine. These figures step out and rush at you. You are surprised and in combat.
Well. Woo. Woo. I'll spend the rest of these 2 hopes to recover my warfare in the hopes that maybe it'll do something.
Yeah, you're probably gonna need it here in a second. Adversaries. That's what I was looking for. You see in the crackle of their hands a greenish sorceress energy. This one goes first. Says something in their sorceress tongue. I'm clicking everything but the thing I need. Thank you. How much malice do you have? I don't think it's a ton. The air warps and ripples around you. Water sloshes out from between the cracks at your feet. And you just kind of step away from it. Surprised.
Has reality started bending?
You see that the person in their cloaks, something writhes within their robes. This person chuckles under their breath. And also, green light comes from their hands. Uh-oh. I think that hit you anyway.
How much of a bonus do you have?
He has 4 total right now.
That hits me by 1, yeah. For 4 damage.
Oh, it gets worse. 6.
Oh, does it? Oh, that knocks me down to 0. I'm hurt. Okay.
As the wood warps and bends and suddenly spikes jut out and jut into your thighs.
Ow!
And you can see little bugs crawling up and down the wood as undead, what was once dead termites and such are brought back to life through sorcerer's means. You are at 0 health, you say? That's a problem. I think there's a health... Oh, wait, I think you need to be in negatives for me to come after you. I think you're still okay. Just. You don't want me to hit you.
Well, this is where the orange begins, right?
Sorry. This is where the orange begins. Sorry.
Yes, the orange cat.
You're at 0 on the dot?
On the dot.
You are still barely healthy, but you look obviously hurt. As it probably didn't jab your thighs, you probably jumped away and it ripped your pants to shreds and scratched your legs, and you're basically you're gasping for air, trying not to get hit anymore.
Yeah, well, they've always got the third guy, so yeah.
And third guy, green light rips from his hands. That hits you.
Yep.
6.
6 damage again.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm in the red.
Yeah, you are seriously wounded. You must make a health test. Difficulty 4.
Any modifiers to this?
Double checking. I don't think so. I think it's just a flat health roll.
Difficulty 4. Well, here goes nothing. Hey, there we go.
Oof. You stay conscious. You are seriously wounded. Healing is half effective on you until you reach health 0 or higher. Each point of bind wounds only heals 1 health, not 2. Trying to bind your own wounds is half as effective as normal. Unless someone does Leechcraft on you to help you kind of speed along. If you get knocked down to seriously wounded, you'll have to do yet another test. Thankfully, you did move from healthy, hurt to seriously wounded. You don't do 2 tests. The game is nice enough to just make you do it once. It even says, we're sorry, and just make this one health test. Like, literally in the book.
That's okay.
You remain conscious, continue to act.
Any negative bonuses on skills?
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm checking. All your general ability tests are increased by 2 in difficulty, excluding health tests and morale tests. Their thresholds of the enemy, you attack effectively. That means it's too harder to hurt people around you because you're just so hurt. It's hard for you to get a good hit in. And if you even once you get out of combat, you have every half hour you will lose an additional health point because you're bleeding. You're slowly bleeding out.
Okay, well, I think that's my cue to get the hell out of Dodge, right?
What, you don't want to stay and fight
My
them?
turn? No, is it my turn?
It is finally, yes.
Okay, question about the gear that you made us get at the beginning.
Yeah.
It serves any mechanical purpose or no?
It generally not. Usually, it's like armor and weapons give you mechanical. There's mechanical stuff to your items of worth.
Of great import.
Great import. I have to check because there's mechanical to that. Let me find that information. Name yourself, your wealth, repute, your grit, your iconic gear. Iconic gear. It's stuff is presumed to be on you. You don't have to ask me with preparedness if you have it or not. It's presumed you have this. Yeah, other than it is a... Usually it's the sort of thing that makes stuff possible or explains why you can do a thing. But anything that has like a huge bonus is usually sorcerous or very high quality. Like it costs money to have.
Okay, so let me give you a pitch on why this should be a stealth roll. I'm going to pull out a very old bottle that my old long lost childhood crush gave to me like way back when we were children, of the miraculous vanishing powder. It's essentially like what would you say, like black powder that you throw on the ground and it does like a little smoke puff and you run away. I don't know. And I'd like to pull that out, finally pop the cork open, drop some on the ground, and see if I can get the hell out of Dodge. Behind these crates, hopefully, and then vanish.
Okay, your difficulty's increased by 2.
That's standard, yeah.
They're going to spend an appropriate investigative point through malice to add +3 to your difficulty. So, whatever the base difficulty is, you add 5 to it. So if it's a normal 4 roll, you have to get 9 or higher. If it's any harder than that, it climbs. If it's not easy, so it's not 8.
I don't know. I gotta try though. Using the remaining 3 points I have left in stealth. Try and add to this roll. Any positive modifiers on my end?
Unless you can think of some investigative ability that makes this better for you. My session has expired. No, it hasn't. You lied to me.
One of my investigative abilities being either the social abilities or the thief abilities, right?
Yep.
I can spend a point of ridiculous luck.
You could just be blind luck. Like it just happened to have a great hiding spot. And he's like, I did not mean for that to happen. Or the bomb you threw down is way more effective. Like, boom! Holy crap! That was sorceress. Why was that sorceress? No one told me. What the hell?
I'll spend that point of ridiculous luck, and does that give me any bonus as well?
+3.
Cool. So +6 overall. That's more like it. Don't roll a 1. Good. Good.
You duck away.
Hey now, where'd I go?
Where do you reappear?
Well, as these guys are guys in hoods or girls in hoods or whoever in hoods are frantically searching around, Sal is seen here at this big gate, casually opening it, closing it, and with a bobby pin, sticking the bobby pin inside and jamming the lock.
Give me a preparedness roll.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll spend a point. 4.
Just enough. You get to give me an athletics roll as you're giving your. It is a difficulty +2. However, you have made it as part of this chase as they're trying to hunt you down. You've made their check to keep up with you harder because they now one of the doors is basically jammed, but they can't go through the other doors.
Sure.
So this is athletics. You're just running for your life.
Yep, I'm spending 2 to hopefully try and negate the malice that I got, and 5.
Wow.
I won't do it, but
Run. Okay, they're gonna spend some malice to keep up with you. Do I have enough? Yes? Question mark. Double checking myself. They have some, because sorcerers, right? They have some malice. I just don't know how. I keep forgetting exactly how much they have. I clicked the wrong thing entirely. I'm on the wrong tab. I'm in a whole other world. I wish that was different, but that's okay. I wish that was a different format, but that's okay. I just have to learn how to read this book faster. That's all. That's no big deal. That's no big deal. Boop. How much must he have? You spent that much, then you spent that much, then you spent that much. It's worth spending a little bit because we don't want you to get away. So we'll spend that much. There's 2 of us, so both of us get the try. Person 1, person 2. Hey! That's enough to keep up with you.
2 2s. Wow, no, that's not good.
You can run away some more. This person has to see if they're part of the race as well. Oh no, it's not. The difficulty's higher because you made it harder. Oh no, there's only one guy left who can even get you. Okay, you lost 2 people. Because in fact, I got it wrong. 2 people tried to go through this door. 1 person chose a different door to chase you.
Okay, good news.
Good news, everyone. No. So yeah, more athletics. I assume you're running away from this person.
Yeah.
As you're racing through the warehouse away from them.
Thing is, now I'm all tapped out. So, you know what? While I'm running away, if it's just the one person, I'll try and discourage them somehow, and I'll pull out my old ornamental dagger that I stole when I was like 6 years old, and I'll try and go behind the corner and give him a quick swipe to see if it'll discourage him.
Warfare, keep in mind the difficulty is increased by 2 because you're hurt.
I know, I'm spending 3.
Fair enough.
That's all I got. Take a 9.
That increases the difficulty of following you because you go, yeah, you're not really trying to hurt them. It's just enough to go, slow down.
Yeah, exactly.
You can try athletics. You still have your penalty of +2 to your difficulty, but they have a difficulty increase now as well. Oh no, sorry, +2 difficulty because you're hurt, +2 more because you are you did something other than just run. So you have +4 to the difficulty. So bare minimum, you're looking at 8 or more.
There's no way I hit that. With a D6, no way I hit that, but so I'll try.
Your only hope, because you can't make the roll, so I'll save you it. The only hope you have now is either to fight, surrender, or hide.
Then could we convert this warfare check into a hurt check instead of a hinder check? That I swiped at him with murderous intent.
I'd have to. You didn't call for that, so no, because we were checking whether or not you're getting away from them or not.
Close combat it is.
So you get to combat. I will sadly say they go first because you are hurt.
Yep.
And they will pull upon sorcerer's forces. They're going to spend as they reach out into the sorceress. Oh, thank God the spell doesn't go off in time. You're able to dodge out of the way. That is supremely lucky. I rolled crap. I'd have to spend a ton of points to hit you. So no, I didn't hit you at all.
And I'll try and swing back, I guess.
Okay.
Does a 4 hit him?
You're too hurt. You move too slow.
Well. Shucks.
Cast another spell.
2 should have hit. 2 hit me before.
Yeah, because I can spend how much damage? 3, 4, 5.
Brings me to -11, which is seriously hurt.
You owe me another test. Another health test.
Sadly, I do not pass this one.
All right.
I can't say I didn't give it my all.
Yeah, no. You shook off 2 of them. I was like, there's 3. I was like, there's 3 of them. You're screwed. I don't know what you're gonna do. What are you gonna do? Like, I mean, you could do that, I guess. Yes, that is the correct move too. You stab at them. They back away. They raise up a hand. There's a plume of fire, and it converts into steam, and you are horribly burned in the face. You collapse to the ground. Amelia Dosai, is there any way you think you'd be able to get in here past the guards? Because I can't think of how you get in there to help him. Because you're not ridiculously lucky. That's something I was thinking of. It's like, you don't have that.
I don't know of any off the top of my head, no, unless you'd allow another flashback to say that he took the time to secure a rope in the back of the building.
You can 100% you could do that, because preparedness flashback lets you let other heroes do stuff for you. You can roll preparedness. Oh my god. We need this to work or Sal's in a lot of trouble.
I'm going to spend 2 points. Aha!
Haha! You get in just in time as you see Sal writhing on the ground, smoke coming off him, and you see the whole area is billowing with gray sorceress smoke. You can see through the window that there are 2 guys trying to burst through this door. You don't have a lot of time to save Sal before he's captured, or worse. Or you can run for it, because they seem to be more concerned with Sal than you right now.
I'm going to attack this guy, because I don't think I can get out of the room with Sal fast enough.
Give me warfare.
Okay. I shall spend 2 points.
Gosh darn it. There must be a faster way to do what I'm doing.
Damn it. Oh.
That's a hit.
Crossed.
That's a hit. 1d6 plus how many points of warfare? You spent 2?
2, yeah.
So it's 1d6 plus 2 damage, basically. Ooh.
3 damage.
God's almighty. What? Where was all that luck from earlier? Why is it not here?
Well, you know.
Yeah, well. Pull up their sheet, because I doubt they have 3 health. I'm pretty sure they're not that weak. I hate to say. This is likely the last scene, in case everyone's wondering, because, oh my goodness, this is the climax. Do they get away with the information? Ow. They're hurt, but not down. They pull upon their sorcerer's magic and try to grasp onto your shoulders. Or I'm running out of points. I've been doing a lot of casting.
So I have...
What's your health threshold?
Need to check. I have armor 2, which I believe does affect my health threshold.
It affects how much damage you take. If you health threshold is whether or not I hit you. Armor reduces how much damage I do.
I apparently forgot to calculate those when we were building.
Rar.
I now need to figure out how to calculate them. I apologize.
Is your health or morale 10 or higher?
Health is.
Health threshold is 4. Morale is 3.
Okay. Perfect. My armor is 2.
So you're taking... you would take 3 damage, sorceress-wise, but your armor saves you a bit, and you only take 1. As they grip onto your arms, and suddenly water tries to pierce into you, and you're able to kind of shove them away as you can feel it scratching on your shoulder, like, ow, 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 ow. Okay, if you weren't wearing the armor, that would have hurt a lot more. Back to you.
Ouch. Can I warfare to try to hit him again?
100% you could.
With my rapier?
Yeah, I would advise that.
Oh, he should have taken 1 more damage because my rapier has a damage value of 1.
So 4, not 3. Got it.
Yeah. I shall spend for 2. I've been starting to run out of points.
Welcome to my side, too. I'm having the same problem. That's a hit.
Yeah. Cool. I get roll damage with +3. Number of dice 1. Modifier 3. Submit. 9 damage.
Oops, clicking everything but what I want. I think they have to do a test. They're still awake. As you run them through with your rapier and draw it out, you see a green bile leak out of their clenched teeth, and their eyes begin to glow and overflow with water. A sorcerer's powers are keeping them just this side of life. And they attack you back. And you are able to duck and roll out of the way before they're able to hit you.
Yay.
What do you do?
Stab him again, I guess.
Stab. I've spent so much of my malice. It'd be nice if my other guys are here, but some asshole made me leave them behind.
Yeah, well, my last act of defiance. Up yours.
That is enough to hit them, I think. I think their threshold's only 3.
Seriously?
Well, most people only have 3. That's the normal. Hitting people's easy. Killing them's hard. Well, actually not really, but, you know. That just sounded really cool to say. I think it's 3.
7.
It is 7?
10 damage. Yes.
And how do you end this person's life?
Stab him through the heart. My rapier.
They mutter something under their voice as their blood turns to water and green bile. They slump over, their eyes still overflowing with water as they stare at you, chanting. I imagine a follow-up stab happens of please stop making spell casting noises.
Yes.
Stop talking, please.
Yeah.
And
Split his throat as a follow-up.
from the throat, exposed to air, the water gurgles. A curse that will haunt your nightmare. But they stop breathing.
Okay.
You see the other 2 sorcerers trying to break through, starting to smash this door to pieces with magic.
I'm going to grab Sal, try to toss him over my shoulder, and try to run out the door, or run out the window.
Well, up the stairs, out a window, yeah.
Yeah. Nope. I could barely beat one sorcerer. I'm not fighting two more.
Oh my Gideon, that was close.
Well,
Way
let's
too
roll a new
close.
character. Well, let's roll a new character. Come on.
Hey, you survived. You were rescued. Hooray.
I did indeed.
I thought you were dead when you went down there by yourself. I was like, oh no, I know there's 3 sorcerers down there waiting for you. Oh no. What is he gonna do? Oh, you could run away from them. That makes sense. That seems sensible.
Could have run away from them if I didn't get smacked by green lightning 3 times.
Yeah.
Rude.
So you gained some refresh. And next time you'll be meeting up with your ally to see what he learned in his research, go over what you were able to recover from the warehouse, and decide what you're going to do with the information you have. So the adventure isn't quite over, but you're pretty close to deciding which way the wind blows on this. Despite the fact that one of you is severely hurt, one of you has had a close brush with the terrifying and sorceress, and now you suffer a curse. We'll go into the details of the curse next time, because I do have to look into the rules of that. And there's going to be some refresh coming your way, because you beat some people, and got a significant way through the story. I'll figure out how much that is next time. But for everyone watching, thank you very much for watching. For those of you playing, thank you very much for playing. And we'll see you all again next time. Bye. Oh my Gideon. I did not know how that was going to go. I thought I was going to kill you. I thought you were dead.
I gotta use me some of that refresh next time. I'm tapped out. Like, most of my skills are tapped out.
Yeah, I have to look up
I'm gonna need to refresh a lot of my warfare.
Yeah, there's going to be quite a bit of refresh, because you effectively beat 3 people and snuck into the warehouse and like a bunch of other stuff. So there should be quite a bit on the table. My big scare is I don't know how fast. I mean, this is near the end of the adventure, so I think healing would be healing when you're really hurt like that takes a long time. It takes a lot of effort, but the time to get really hurt is now, like near the end rather than near the beginning. It's like, and our investigation goes to a crawl as we wait for our friend to not die anymore.
True. Yeah. I mean, how does healing work with refresh again? Is it 1-for-1?
No, refresh doesn't heal you.
Oh, it doesn't?
No, you have to rest and have people do, you need people to do, like, medicine. Actually, your character's still in danger. I think you need bind wounds and to keep you from dying.
Yeah, take me to a witch doctor, let him put some leeches on me, we'll be fine. It's like, doctor, I'm losing blood, don't put